guys, I'm at Dusseldorf and it's freezing out here. It's 20 something degrees. Got Ali here helping me pick me up. So we're going to the Airbnb. This looks familiar. I seen the picture of this crate though from the players. This alright? Yeah. Waiting over there in that car. It says some Skoda type car. I'm not sure. And yeah. Waiting on Chin. How you feeling? Good?
Good. And you?
Good.
Do I help you with something?
Nice, this is it. I'm taking to this champ. What's up, champ?
Oh,
Where are we? Upstairs?
yeah, it's all the way up.
All the way up, huh?
Yeah, we have to do a lot of exercise here.
Alright. How many floors is this?
Like 4?
Oh, okay.
5? Yeah, I think it's quite a long one.
No elevator, huh?
Yeah, no.
How you move stuff here?
Yeah. How long have you traveled? 5? Good.
I did the night travel. So
I see. So you were able to sleep?
no, just no sleeping in there. It's hard to sleep in the plane, you know.
Yeah. I got 3 empty seats.
Oh, one more. Oh, goodness.
This is the last one, I promise.
You promise. When are you going to the venue?
According to Gerald, it's going to be like an hour. Or a bit less.
When's Gumiho playing, you know?
In like 3 hours.
Oh, so we have a while.
Yeah.
So we can eat. Hey. Where am I going?
This is your room.
Oh, thank you. How you doing? Whew. I'm too old to be walking up these stairs.
I'm tired now.
You guys want to eat breakfast?
Sure. Join you. I'm not sure actually, but maybe, but...
Because, Ali, who are we meeting?
Where are we meeting?
We're meeting Lino and who? Some of his friends?
Some of the rest of the Rotti fan club.
Oh yeah? Roddy Fan Club?
Yeah.
Alright, well, Gerald is here with Jim, part of the Roddy Fan Club.
Hello guys.
So we're all here.
We love you, Roddy.
That's right, we love Roddy. So this is what it's like when there's a Mexican and American leading a German in his own city.
Yeah, he didn't remember what
Yeah, so we're trying to figure out where we are. Right? So
Yeah.
there you go. Leave it up to us. Okay.
Alright.
What's up, guys? I'm here with the Roddy Army.
It's running, so...
I pretend I understand.
Hey, this is Lilo.
Hello, guys.
Hey.
Andre. Roddy's Army.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Everyone up. Oh, by the way, we have another handover. Oh, so your personal driver also still needed his shirt. So we are ready to go.
Ich wünsche euch noch ein schönes Wochenende.
Vielen Dank.
Oh, very nice.
See you.
Champ. We finally made it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What an adventure. This is it, guys. Infamous.
Yeah, after like 20
Fake
hours.
TV. Yeah, exactly. We finally made it.
Let's see your players.
Finally get to see them. Just in time before they break, too.
Yeah.
Hello. KJ Garcia. Checking in.
Yeah, you can have a ticket.
I'm VIP KJ Garcia. Oh, that's the name. You guys are getting ready. They're getting set. My boys over there. In between the cereal, just like you.
Yeah. He has all the attention.
He has all the... Yeah. Alright, let's go. Let's get out of here. Okay, we go now. We go. Oh, I don't want to distract.
It's fine. Good luck, man.
It's not as obvious. Just walk around.
Yeah.
Just walk around. Thanks. Cam is my tour guide. Cam is my tour guide. Yeah. The bar. With this arcade?
Yeah, it's just arcade. There's the bathroom on the left. Right there. You can even watch the game in the bathroom. And here, sometimes they put the pro gamers to play with less fun. For example, big game play with kitchen.
Yeah.
Against the large one. Yeah, that's where they
Yes, you can play that keyboard.
Yeah.
Where's the Russo sitting?
I actually.
There you go. Ooh.
Yes, I had it in my pocket, but it didn't work. It's not good.
You get a shot. Check it out. I don't want to walk around with the camera.
I wasn't proud. I didn't even celebrate it like I got.
Yeah, I don't want to butt in there though.
Well, that's the door if you wanna go in. But yeah. Mexican. USA too.
Let's look at this kitchen. Wow. Big Gabe, you gonna make pizza, man? Yeah, on Sunday? See you, man. Yeah, I'm just showing the infamous kitchen. Hey, Dennis.
Hi.
Good seeing you.
Good to see you. How's it going?
Thanks. There you go.
Even though sometimes the start of it already like
I can't wait to have great games.
So there you go, guys. There's food here, right, Champ?
Hello.
For special people like Champ.
Yeah.
They have a kitchen and they make some good stuff. What do you got there? What is it?
There's like chicken. There's like Asian stuff with meat.
Good.
Lasagna, rice,
there you
some
go.
green stuff to
Not as good as Gabe's pizza, though.
Nothing compared to that.
Nothing compared to that. Shane, what's up? There you go. Straight from UK. UK gaming. That's right, UK gaming. I'm butting in. I'm just joking. Nah, I'm good. Yes. I know. That's the famous logo. Lots of fans are warning. What's up, guys? Before we start. You should get one of these. It's a 360 camera, so you can kind of. I use it for.
Welcome back to the third day of Home Story Cup 22. I'm Loco. Joined with me is Wardy as well as KJ. KJ, how are you doing?
I'm great, man. It's awesome to be here.
Yeah, good to see you on the broadcast again.
Yeah, it's I figured I better show up to Home Story Cup. It's a legendary event, you know, so.
This was your first time here, right?
First time here in Germany also. It's 8 years of Sidestorm. I was like, I gotta go here. And since I was going, I said, hey, Gumiho, you need to go.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And then I asked Gerald, it's like, Gerald, can you come? We tried to get Haas, but it's, you know, you just couldn't make it work. It was very last minute.
Yeah.
But I'm glad both of them made it to play today, because today was when I arrived. So.
Exactly, yeah. For those of you unfamiliar, the owner of Sidestorm Gaming, right?
Yep.
It's freaking cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, you've been around for so long as well at this point. Like, it's.
I can't believe it's been, what, 7, 8 years, man, of SC2 love, right? Yeah, so. I want to show you guys something cool. I gave this to some of the special supporters of Sidestorm, right? So we made this, I don't think you guys can see this too well, but it's the Sidestorm.
It's like a coin?
Yeah, it's a coin, and behind it, you guys can see, it's Gumiho and True when they won GSL and DreamHack
dude.
for us.
That is actually so sick.
Yeah, so we have a few of these, gave these out to the players, of course.
Huh.
So
I'd only seen the other side of it.
Oh yeah, here.
That is
There you go.
awesome.
Yeah, I was debating giving this to Gumiho before his match because, you know, I was like, I don't want to distract him, right? So, but I'm glad he made it through. That game was so nerve-wracking. I was watching behind him, sitting with Beyond, and they're all talking Korean. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Find someone, some paper there, and help me with the bill.
Coordination on the table should many people call it a big race.
I know myself I'm really bad at checking stuff like this. I'm really bad at that. But this is just like beyond.
That was a really smooth flight.
I can
So we ordered some German poutine, some German burgers. Actually, hamburgers from Hamburg, right? Hamburg. The world famous Krefeld kebabs. Give it a try.
Yeah,
We got one American here.
one American.
And a bunch of Europeans.
Yep.
All for SC2, baby. Yeah, we need a bar like this. In the US. Yeah.
What is going on here? Risky's not throwing, man.
So Cham here thinks he can coach me from bronze to grandmaster. I'm master 2, master 3, so it's not too bad. It's good. Yeah, it's not possible. I don't think.
We can do it with Sarah, we can do it with Cross.
Oh, Trigger knows. I mean, you just got it 2 years, right? 2-3 years. All of a sudden you're. Yeah, but he's super talented though. That's the thing. Rex here is super talented, and of course this guy. So we'll see what happens. Congrats, Raider!
Thank you.
That I'm playing poker with the legends. Right here, what's up, guys? And I haven't won a single hand. Alright, ready? I'm gonna pretend this happened. We're gonna recreate the moment. Bam! What's that?
Great, it's good.
That's right, boys. I won my first hand, guys.
Oh my God,
That looks so freaking fake.
Here's a 5.
Actually,
I guess he needs a 5
from here tomorrow.
and a 5 only. Jack wouldn't do it.
Then I have
Plus
to
ace,
buy at
6.
2 or
He needs a 5.
2 and 12. Let's go, Todd.
I think that's good.
Good.
And then I have a Leo.
US. Don't show me queens.
Everybody
Okay.
start counting. Start counting very
Everyone
fast.
I know mine.
We have 40
He needs a
minutes.
king or a 5.
We're gonna get yelled
I
at.
know mine.
Oh, holy sh!
He needs a jack.
Well played, though.
King 5 is good for it. Oh.
Yes. There you go. That's how I like it.
What's going on, Alex? I just heard that, I think it's your dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You just mentioned that apparently you like watching my videos. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Hey, Instability, Stu Blue, and Neutral Phil. Good luck in the FSL Protoss Power.
Nice. What we got for you, Meadow?
Hello, Meta. Keep playing StarCraft 2. Hope you enjoy the game.
We got a message for you.
Hello, Meadow. Thank you for being my fan. I hope you can keep cheer for me and have a nice day with StarCraft.
Hey Dark man, keep playing Turk, it's fun and hopefully you'll get some good results. I'm cheering for you.
Tour by Naruto. So, the actual production. Awesome, I can't wait. See you next time. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm actually gonna ride with you guys. Well, I assume you already know the kitchen, right? Yeah. It's the production I want to see. I really want to see. That's all. Nice job. Oh, thank you. This time you had a good ball. Yeah. There's I wanted to see the production setup. Well, guys, nice job as usual. You're awesome. That's all production, guys. Yeah, you guys are awesome.
That's the whole production team.
Wow, look at this, guys. Yeah, world-class production. Way to go, guys. Thank you. Oh, there it is. There's I wanted to see the production setup. Well, guys, nice job as usual. You're awesome. That's all production, guys. Yeah, you guys are awesome.
That's the whole production team.
Wow, look at this, guys. Yeah, world-class production. Way to go, guys. Thank you. No sound. It's 2:50 a.m. Crayfeld, guys. Yeah, we're the only loud team. It's like I can hear myself. I don't know. I can feel my foot move around in my shoe. I got thousands of dollars with me. I can hear my own thoughts. These clowns.
It's extremely dangerous what we're doing.
These
Walking the city from now on extreme ice.
Don't bust your ass, man.
Cassie Max already fallen once.
Not on camera, not on camera.
If he falls again, he'll die.
We're finally having something really German, right? In the airport. I'm here with Mathieu and Dominica and then was it hot chocolate? No, what's that?
Salami ciabatta.
And this?
After strudel.
Very nice. Okay, we try it out. Nice.
Sarah, what have you done?
Kerrigan, the die is cast. This is the last day. Your swarm darkens the sky of any planet.
Forget Minsk. Forget all of it.
When we are done here, I will return to my people and accept their judgment.
Command, we've found Kerrigan. She's holed up in a Zerg base.
I made my peace long ago.
Consider it done. For ire. Indeed.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? I'm here with Hyper Turtle and War Bunnies. What's up? How you guys doing?
Hey, we're excited. This has been quite a week.
Yeah.
As a StarCraft fan, as a Sidestorm Gaming fan, as an FSL.
That's right. Lots of stuff happening. Tell us about it. Tell us what's happened.
Stuff to talk about now. It's great.
Yeah.
All right. So, we have a new patch with balance changes all over the place. And we have IEM Katowice Global Championships happening in just a couple weeks. We have some major drama and memeing going on Reddit, which has been, frankly, a little bit dull up until recently.
Yeah.
And we have, here, let's take a look here. On Sidestorm's Patreon, we have $268 a month in funding.
That's good.
And plans to do more, including incorporating a bunch of the other Sidestorm, bunch of the other games that Sidestorm supports.
Yeah. Let's see. So supposedly your mic is really low. Let's double check. Yeah, let's double check what's going on with your mic real quick. Sorry, guys. Looks like something went wrong with the mic. But let's see. So if his mic is wrong, is not working right, we might have to debug it live on stream. Can you talk, War Bunnies? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for the new patch. 1v1 maps. I was hoping for them to at least rotate the team maps, but they might be stuck with the team maps.
Yeah, so it sounds like all the Discord volume is low.
Yeah, it looks like there's something going on with this. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hang tight, guys, while we debug this sucker. It looks like there's something made a change, and I hope I don't have to restart. They can hear me because I have a separate input, but the problem with this one is, well, hang tight, guys. This is what we'll do. We'll put on Spotify, play music, and then we'll debug it. So apparently, how about the video that you guys watched? Did you guys actually see anything there? Did you guys hear anything when it was on?
I did.
Yeah, but there's captions for that, I think. So that's the thing, right? So. Okay. Oh, I see. It was just Discord. So Discord just switch your for some reason Discord does this once in a while, right? Where they reset and put the audio somewhere else. So that's what's going on. Yeah, they messed with it. That's why I'm like, what is going on? So the video was good. All right, now.
Okay, Cyan, slows up. Do you hear me loud and clear?
There you go. It was Discord. They changed settings all of a sudden. I didn't even restart my
Okay.
computer, so they just changed it like randomly.
And did you hear me say what I'm excited about?
Yeah. So why don't you start over and tell us what you're
All
excited
right,
about? 'Cause I think
number
they heard
one.
some of
We
it, but
have
not much.
StarCraft 2 patch 5.0.11 with new 1v1 maps and balance changes all over the place, including a bunch of little quality of life changes. I am Katavis. The Global Championships are 2 weeks away, and they followed through when they said they'd be holding it at times a little bit more friendly to North American audiences, so you better believe we're holding the Barcraft over at the Mall of America. The Psystorm Patreon, we are up to $268 a month in crowdfunding. And the next thing we're planning to do is to start bringing a bunch of the other divisions of Psystorm on board, so we're going to have a lot of other games that it supports.
That's right.
And yeah, there's a bunch of people on Reddit criticizing Smurfing and talking about the... What's that? Oh.
Something about Cabal or something. I've no
Some-
idea.
something,
What the heck
but,
is that all about? What is that all about? You guys clue me in. Even I don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, okay. There is some criticism about the current, about Zerg getting more buffs than the rest in this patch.
It was
And then
broke,
there's
though, right?
there's also at least one caster who claims that criticizing things is what got him cut out of doing some of the live casting for the ESL stuff. But this goes back a ways before that, and I don't want to delve too deep.
Yeah, I don't. Here at FSL, we try not to join any weird drama. We're just here for in-game drama, right?
Regardless, it has actually spawned some very amusing memes about a shadowy underbelly of StarCraft.
Cool. Supposedly, right? So why don't we do this? Why don't you talk about the games tonight? What's going on? Because that's really what we're here for.
We are here for the games, and first off, I think we've got them all ready to go. As Mista Fusion versus Cyan Kitty.
Oh, really? They're happy to go. Nice. Mr.
Well,
Fusion and
they're
Cyan Kitty. Is that the
they're in
first
there.
one we'll start off with?
Probably if we're going to be going with that. And
well, let's
so
show
we
the
have
lineup here. There's the lineup.
have a couple of Psystorm veterans partnered up with some up and coming members of our ladies division. There is no ladies division, but
Yeah, the StarCraft's a game where we don't need ladies divisions, right?
anyone
Whoever's good is good. Anyone, it's open to anyone, even kids and adults,
Absolutely.
man. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Your age or sex does not matter.
No, it does not. There have been some women's divisions in the past, but not here. We are the fun StarCraft League.
That's right.
So,
Okay.
and both of them have been very successful pairings in the past. Although Mista Fusion, I think, has definitely had a bit more of a dominant streak.
Yeah.
We have Little Reaper versus Mighty Ant.
That's
I
gonna be a
think
barn burner.
Yeah, both of them very talented, but haven't been able to dominate much this season so far.
Yeah.
And in Code S, we got a couple matches. We got DLS Mazel versus Dark Menace and JMPZ versus Hurt in Time. So those two, I think, are going to be especially competitive. What do you think, Bunnies?
I think that those two actually, there's a clear-cut favorite on those two. The first one, Mr. Fusion, Cyan Kitty, and Little Reaper, Mighty Ant, I think will be. I think those are on paper better, but the Code S matchups, I can definitely see both being major upsets today, because both of the underdogs have a lot in them and they can play very well. So.
And I think it's very important to note we're still using the same maps that we've been using so far this season, but they will have to contend quite a few balance changes, and we're going to have to ask them as they come along whether they've really had a chance to try these changes out. Sometimes life throws you a curveball.
Alright, guys, so why don't we bring in the 2v2 teams so we can chat with them?
Sure thing.
Because we'll start with the 2v2.
All right. Welcome. I cannot hear any of them just yet.
Yeah, did you drag them up? You dragged them up?
Oh, no, I haven't. I forgot that was my job now. All right, here.
Oh, you were doing it before.
I looked good on camera, though.
I figured you'd be doing it, but go ahead.
Welcome! Welcome to a new era in StarCraft and FSL. How is everyone feeling that?
The 2v2 maps are still the same.
The maps are the same anyway, yeah.
Yeah, they don't care about us 2v2 players.
Well, ESL doesn't have a lot of money invested in that portion of StarCraft. But
They
who
could
knows?
at least get rid of the 3v3 and the 4v4 bugged maps.
What's the bug in them? What was the bug in them?
There's a
in
couple
one-
easy ramp blocks.
Oh, okay. All right. Stuff like
Yeah,
that. Got it.
there's an unblockable cannon rush spot on one of the maps, which is annoying to say the least in a 3v3 map. But back to the games at hand.
Yeah, we're talking 2v2 right now.
Yeah, so Cyan and Kitty Cat, have you guys had any practice lately? I think you're up for quite a test today.
Zero practice. We've just been so busy. Got a lot going on in the community, Storm community, and of course with the Patreon and everything. So we just been super busy doing everything here at the house.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more things moving along there. Now, Miss Diffusion, have the two of you had any games on the new patch yet?
I don't believe so. At least not together.
Fair enough. So things even out well enough. Have both teams? How many people among you have read the patch notes yet?
A couple times actually.
Okay. There we go. That's
How about you,
proactive.
Miguela? Did you read it?
No.
No. I'm surprised.
Now, the real question is, will it make a difference?
Kitty Cat, what do you think?
Cabal.
That is the real question, but I'm the one that's supposed to ask it. But okay, since you already stole my fire, all right. Do you think it's going to make a difference tonight?
I'm gonna go with no.
I love it.
Actually, I think Kitty Cat's game style, the patch actually does benefit her playstyle a little bit. So we'll see if it makes a huge difference. But
Why is that?
I think
Why is that, Bunny Buns?
she mixes in hydras, and
That's right. Hydras are faster now, guys.
yes, they'll keep
Faster
up
when
with the
they're off
roaches.
list. Yep.
Yeah. So on her, on the type of attack she normally does, especially 1v1, I think that Hydra mix-in will be. Hydras used to be pre-lurker eggs, and now they're a little bit more aggressive attack units. So
There's a bit more you can do with them.
yeah, I think Neutrophil, when he's playing Zerg, would benefit quite a bit from it as well. I've run into his mass Hydras, but the other races, Protoss, I don't think any of those that will affect either of our Protoss players for what they have. None of them are big disruptor or observer people, so that's what I think anyway. But
Well, there's one way to find out.
Yes, I was going to say there's one way to find out.
Is everyone ready to test their mettle on patch 5.0.11?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, so we do need to make a lobby, don't we?
Yeah,
Yes,
let me. We don't have our admin, so I'm doing that. So hang tight, guys. I'm reloading
Absolutely.
So while we load, since you guys haven't been practicing much lately, are you feeling confident going in? We'll start with Cyan and Kitty Cat. Do you guys feel confident going in, or are you just YOLO?
Not really sure yet. I mean, Neutrophil's an exceptional player, so he has that over us. So even if we took out Miguela, he could still 2v1 us, I think, pretty easily. But we got a few things up our sleeve, so we're gonna see what happens.
I love that.
So Miguela, hearing that they think that maybe they can take on you, does that inspire you at all? Or are you ready to kick?
You ready to start carrying your partner?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I didn't even know this game was happening. I just like figured it out like 30 minutes ago. And I just updated it. I didn't even know there was an update, so everything's new to me today.
There
Like
you go.
waking up and realizing you're late for band practice. I've been there, man.
So, Kitty Cat, I know you haven't read the patch notes, but as a member of the Zerg Cabal, do you root for pro Zerg players more than pro Terran or Protoss, or do you follow it at all?
I root for Zerg.
You should be. You might be happy coming up. Who knows?
Yeah, 7th year in a row there will be a Zerg champion.
I don't know if it.
It's 6 right now.
Okay, yeah, the last. I think it
SOS?
depends whether you. Well, I think didn't TY win a? No, there have been a couple Terran champions since Legacy of the Void started. TY has won IM Katowice, and Beyond has won BlizzCon.
Yeah,
So starting with Rogue, that's when every BlizzCon and IM Katowice has been a Zerg champion.
Yes. So Neutrophil, so you're the other. You dabble Zerg as well. Are you feeling reading over the patch notes? Are you feeling confident that it will go well for a Zerg player?
I think with the composition that Miguel and I have practiced in the past, we'll be okay, even with the buffs. So, yeah, it's not really too much of a concern.
Yeah, but you
So
just
I'm gonna start
1v1.
inviting people.
Oh, we got the lobby up and going. I was just asking your 1v1 because you dabble Zerg 1v1.
Yeah. I can vouch that I won a 1v1 Zerg game last night. The guy was still in his placement matches, but I'm gonna say Zerg OP off that. Anyway, we are in the lobby now. I think everyone's together, yeah. So let's make sure everyone's got their correct race and colors, and I'm gonna start moving people back to their team chats.
Look.
Good luck, good luck.
Good luck, have fun.
All right.
Okay.
We have
We
everyone
lost
divided
Science
up.
video, by the way, so we need to get him back on.
Okay, that I wasn't looking at.
Me with my lousy one monitor.
You know, I have 3 spare monitors in my basement, dude.
Go pick
Tell
one
you
up
what,
that way.
I'll bring a couple of them over. Will I also help you finally get signed up for the Patreon? Okay.
Oh, I should do that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Can do
time
that.
to decide whether you're a team player.
You know, these fandangled things
Oh, wow.
are
Here, I think.
beyond me. Oops, Cyan left.
Yeah, I think
Did we
Cyan
drop him
got
to hold?
dropped from the lobby too. Kitty Cat's still there, so.
Cyan's
and
back.
Cyan's back in the game. Yeah. All right, there we go.
Let's start.
I don't think he's on video yet.
He's on video now.
Oh,
we're back, baby.
All right,
All right.
there's that stream delay for you. All right.
So the heavy artillery is our first map,
It is absolutely.
and
And
the
there's
bases
so
are
many-
together. So I think that both their play styles, I think we're probably going to have.
I think we're going to get pretty much their standard game plan on both sides. I have such an easy time getting the 2v2 maps mixed up because they're all so brown.
Yes. I would suspect that Cyan and Kitty Cat have some sort of aggression planned, because I think that Cyan indicated early on something that's correct.
They have something up their sleeve, and if there's something up their sleeve against a team like this, it's probably going to be something fast.
Yeah, you got to get to Neutrophil early. You can't let him spread his wings.
No, or take the corner bases. Alright, let's get to this. In the upper left, we have a pink Protoss called...
Neutrophil.
And to the right, the red Protoss. She goes by
Miguel.
and together, they are known as Mista Fusion. Opposing them, at the bottom left, we have the purple Zerg. She goes by the title of
Kitty Cat Gamer.
And next to her, the blue Protoss. He is called
Cyan.
And together, they are called Cyan Kitty. Alright, pleasantries aside. Gateway, spawning pool, gateway, yeah.
It's actually both had odd openings.
Yeah, we have
so double gas from Neutrophil. It's hard. Miguela's opening, because she's normally a B player. It's hard to get a real good read on it. But
sometimes you can sometimes you read too much into it, but other times you don't know. Might be something she had up her sleeve.
But he went. Cyan went a slow double gas. He's missed the first pylon, but it looked like he was going to expand early, and then he kind of hemmed and hawed on it.
Might have thought better of it.
But now he's expanding early again, so I think maybe that's what the. It's weird because you see the two gases, you'd think, well, they're probably going to do something early, but no, it's just the build they went for. I'm not familiar with it, but.
Now, a popular thing to do on this map is to try to wall off right at those rocks. That way, your opponent either has to make it through the buildings and the rocks, or, in very rare instance, mine their way through those minerals, which
we're
not going to see.
Yeah, I mean, the Zerg sometimes does that to take the gold, but...
Yeah. It seems to be getting a little bit more popular in the more creative 1v1 maps, as have some very creative use of collapsible rocks, but...
Yeah, so, we see a tech path from neither Protoss, which is weird.
Yeah, well, Robo.
Oh, here we go, Robo. Woo!
2 go Robo, 1 goes Twilight Council.
So, yeah, well, the Twilight Council was down before either of the Robos, so...
Yeah, and we got another one in addition.
Yeah.
And, still a little bit early to tell. Sometimes that favors drop play, sometimes it's just a very strong in both the offensive and defensive pushes.
Yeah.
Now...
So, I'm gonna just state, I don't like this position for our southern team. Cyan Kitty is kind of letting the northern team kind of do what they want.
Yeah, they haven't interfered in any way. They just did some quick scouting.
And it's going to be hard to counteract. Neutrophil has really good micro, and so
he's a scary player. There's no way around that.
Yeah.
And on top of that, in a team game, you can share control from the beginning, and just 5 minutes in, which we're almost to, you can also just give each other resources too. So
each other, yeah.
So there's even when you're not at the same level, it can benefit the level you're playing at, as well as support.
I like
got a battery going up, which when overcharged does not heal quite as much energy as it did before. As much shields, I'm in.
I like Kitty Cat. His macro has been really good, especially given her skill level. She's got her 36 drones, preparing to take her third base right on time. Well,
we've seen her become a lot more confident this season. There's
yeah, her work. She has workers and units. Her injects have been pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Almost always
very heavily on them.
Queens are very low in energy, which is always.
And of course, team games, creep spread is a tricky thing because yeah, it can benefit you, but it can also really get in the way of your teammates.
Yeah, so Miguel, I think that's her 4th gateway got up. I didn't see.
Let's
Charge is
zoom in
already
on that
done.
observer. Does it look bigger?
It is.
It's supposed to look bigger now, while not actually playing bigger.
They look
and
super
they're moving
chonky.
faster too. Yeah, it's the opposite of what they did with the Ultralisk, and so there you have it. That is one pumped up observer. What kind of eye exercises do you like to do when you're at the gym, buddies?
What eye exercises?
Yeah, I want to see your eyes get that big.
Eye exercises help you focus. They don't make your eyeballs bigger. But like I said, I really Cyan Kitty has been Kitty has been really hitting her stuff. She leads. She's got 9 drones, basically more than anybody else. And it's just really kind of powering up on Zerg.
We're seeing supplies stay pretty close.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And honestly, tech as well. Although we do see the deadly neutrophil disruptor popping out.
Not as deadly anymore.
Not quite as deadly, but in his hands, I venture to say it's going to be deadly enough.
Yeah.
The splash radius has dropped a little bit. That's one of the deals. And as far as hallucinations go, yeah, sentries move a little faster, and they pop out a little faster if you don't have warp gate yet. So just
Kitty's
generally favoring a little bit
placing
earlier
these-
scouting.
I wonder if Kitty's placing these overlords in such a nice spread. I mean, it's hard to tell who's doing what, but our northern team, Miguela and Neutrophil. Neutrophil's got a really good placed observer, so he kind of sees everything. He saw that.
You see Miguela, she loves to compliment. You know, there's nothing like Zealous to compliment with. They do a good amount of damage. They're
that control is Neutrophil. Neutrophil's got the whole army. There's no way Miguela sent 2 zealots perfectly off and then recontrolled the. Yeah, that's.
Well, we can ask them about that later, but they are great at charging ahead, soaking up damage.
Oh,
and there goes that.
Oh,
yeah,
you were
nerf
right on
this,
the-
huh? In the
you
words
were
of Diva.
correct.
There go those faster. Now, the Hydralisks, the faster movement does not affect. It just kind of affects when they're off creep. So far, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're falling back a little bit, and Hydralisks, I mean, no changes to their attacks unless you're stutter stepping, and oh boy, that was a bit of a Hydralisk stew there.
Yeah.
Kitty. Ugh. That's mostly pretty low-level units too on both the Cyan Kitty's places. And
I mean,
Kitty Cat Gamer really hasn't been able to move out of the way of those Disruption Novas.
Yeah, but they're pushing them off okay. It's not like...
they held off. I don't think they lost any workers, did they?
No.
Okay, there we go. There's that off creep movement. They managed to get away.
Yeah, they're gonna lose this base, but
yeah. But very smart on the part of Cyan, doing his best to at least hide the probes before the base gets taken out.
Yeah. And you know, this it puts Cyan behind, but Kitty Cat has quite the roaring economy, and not to nitpick, but
Kitty Cat is way ahead in supply.
Yeah, Neutrophil's behind
Neutrophil's
behind in workers. So
maybe they invested a little bit too much, but on that attack based on what they actually got to destroy. One expansion.
There's no detection. Oh, there is, just in time.
Yep.
Clutch.
There goes that really pumped up observer there.
Clutch.
Ooh, yeah. Couple disruptors now. Got to keep an eye on those. Oh. I love that, because that's exactly what the patch notes were talking about. It's like minimizing what they can do if you just weren't looking for a moment.
Yeah. But that's 32 Hydras. That's a lot. That's a big army.
It is, and if she can form a concave and stop letting that happen.
Yeah.
And oh man.
Yeah. Well, that's a tough thing.
It is very tough. Disruptors are very difficult to control, but if you get that control down, they are so high reward.
Yeah. I think this is it, though.
Probably. They're moving closer and closer.
There's just not enough tech from the Protoss.
And I don't think they can't replace those units fast enough. That's the big.
Right.
Yeah, and look at those zealots kind of stuck behind the Hydralisks.
Yeah.
And oh man, he's just. It's like those disco balls are just wreaking havoc. All right. Mist Diffusion is now up 1-0.
Yeah.
I think macro-wise, they definitely managed to impress. But
I'd like to point out their APM. Every person has APM moves faster than me.
You know what, guys? If they didn't take those disruptor shots, they probably would have crushed there. They gave them 8 easy disruptor shots, and yet the game didn't really end that fast.
They kept coming. They did all right when they started moving ahead, and Kitty Cat Gamer moved right back, but they were just standing there for a lot of it.
Kitty Cat's macro was exceptional for her. That was 72 workers created, 3 bases right on time. That was really well done for her. The growth, it's the FSL. One of the best things is the growth of the newer players, and watching that versus even like a year ago from her, if she continues on this growth, she'll be high A by this time next year. So that was,
you know, the old line. It's like, you know, the easiest road to victory is just having more of what your opponent has. You know.
They did have more. You know what? They didn't
They
have
did,
more.
and
Maybe if they didn't take the shots, if they just kind of F2'd over, this is the one time maybe it's better off for them.
Yeah. If they would have just F2'd and gone, if they would have known, we have perfect vision.
Yeah.
But yes, F2 A move would have, I think, overrun them at 2 points in the matchup. It's just tough attacking into disruptors.
Yeah.
Also,
Hydralisks can tend to do pretty well against stalkers too.
I would have liked
they
to
have
see
such a fast rate of fire.
some tech units out of the Protoss. Either air or disruptors of his own, or storm, or he kind of got pigeonholed away from his tech, and that kind of allowed one side with disruptors and the other side with none.
Didn't take many disruptors to make a difference there. All right, we are on Rascalia.
Yeah.
And do you see what I'm talking about? Just how sort of brown or beige or... Anyway. In the upper left, the red Protoss, she is called...
Miguela.
And at her side, the pink Protoss. His name is...
Neutrophil.
They stand together, they are up 1 game, and together they are called... Mista Fusion. In the bottom right, the blue Protoss. His name is...
Cyan.
And teaming with him, the purple Zerg. She is called...
Kitty Cat Gamer.
Together, side by side, we refer to them as Cyan Kitty. Alright, Neutrophil, wasting little time checking out what's going on.
Yeah, super early scout. I hope Cyan puts down his base. Yep, he's gonna go much earlier base. Ignore
Was that a simulator steal?
Yeah,
a gas steal,
the gas steal. Yeah, the gas steal.
it usually doesn't figure in that much unless it really gets on your nerves. And
Right.
sometimes that can happen.
If you go into the early second base, oh, he canceled it too. Oh.
Yep. Well, that means there's less minerals that he
Yeah,
doesn't get
because
to
you'll
use.
see he's waiting to take his second, but he's gonna have his second way later. That gas steal actually costs quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't think it really accomplished anything.
No, it just tilts you sometimes. I know as a Protoss player, it tilts me sometimes.
It's like, that is my gas.
Yes. So, Twilight, I'd like to see that right off the bat. One of the things that they lost the game for last time was that their compositions didn't really they weren't really harmonious.
Kind of interesting with Cyan. He's putting up buildings around that blind spot, but not in it, which is kind of unusual for this map.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The Hydras and the Stalkers play the same role. So
True.
one of the things that Miguela and Neutrophil did well is that Miguela always goes Zealots, and so that is a frontline role.
Right. They absorb a lot of damage. They manage to get some. They soften up the enemy army. They stay ahead.
Yeah.
So complementary army compositions are very important in team matches.
Yeah. So I'd like to see the Zealot. He's Twilight. I don't know if I like.
I don't think anyone really liked that series, but it still got his fandom anyway.
He's going Glaive to Depths. 3-8 Glaive to Depths. Not a big fan. It's especially because it's going to get scouted.
It's also one of those things where even if it does do damage, it's one of those things that's hard to transition out of. It's like, especially in a team game where there's a limit of, it's going to be tricky to take out everything.
Right.
And there's that hallucinated Phoenix checking everything out too.
Although, to be honest, if they just F2A moved right now, they'd win the game.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't sit here.
Hesitancy, yeah. Sometimes you have to stay active, at least in some ways. Even if it's taking more expansions, but in this case, at least tripping your opponent up a little bit, even a tiny bit.
Yeah, because
keeping them on their own side of the map.
So if they would have moved out, then they'd.
Well,
they're moving.
No, they definitely have something that could potentially kill a lot of workers. What do we have on the opposite side? I don't really like Adepts much against other Protoss. They can do some bonus damage against some Zealots and Sentries, but usually that's not the core of a Protoss versus Protoss army.
Right. But, in this case, if Kitty Cat just run in...
You've got an engagement, and Cyan brought along the Warp Prism to get the reinforcements in
really aggressive spot. You gotta keep moving, attacking units.
Oh, do not attack the buildings. Do not attack the buildings, Adepts. It's like...
Yes.
Adepts versus buildings. Really, you want Adepts versus workers, preferably. And if not that, at least Adepts versus small, light units that get bonus damage against. And here we go. Yeah. This is actually... this is pretty good damage. The Zerglings, I think, are... Are there any Zerglings left? I think they're... Yes. Oh, they're down one level, yep.
They need to... protect.
So, they're keeping quite a bit of pressure on, and good old Warp Prism nullifying the defender's advantage.
Yeah.
Is the other cute thing, because Adepts also don't suffer from units that get bonus against armored.
Yeah.
Man. Now the Zerglings,
I think
at the top of the ramp.
This is it.
I think they've got it. I would say they should probably be focusing on that pylon a little bit more, but I don't think it matters. I don't think that Mr. Fusion was ready for this.
Nope. Oh, no, leave in, kill the workers. Kill the workers.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Just gotta keep focusing on targets that they're gonna be worth the most on.
Yep. Yeah.
So, I think we don't have a lot of economy or production going on here now.
Yeah,
nibble, 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 nibble,
yeah,
nibble.
the Zerglings have got him.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think I'm on camera now, but I am holding up my little Carbot Zergling plushie in triumph. Because that is a win for all Zergling fans out there.
Yeah.
That was, they hit at a great time. That's the thing. You know, while you're teching up, you are leaving yourself vulnerable for a bit.
Yes, and yeah, it was just well done.
And we have a game 3. I'm liking this.
Yeah, I really like this. I think that Kitty Cat and Cyan have that window that Kitty Cat really gets rolling on, and yeah, that looked really good from Kitty Cat and Cyan. I was wrong about the Adepts. They bounced around, and there weren't enough stalkers to start punishing the fact they're Adepts.
Yeah, it's, like I said, kind of a goofy thing with Adepts, and in that, yeah, they only have bonus damage against light units, but the units with bonus against armor do not get a bonus against them, so sometimes you end up with a bunch of units just kind of wasting attacks against each other.
It's not wasted. The DPS
No,
the DPS is lower, and I think shields always count as the same.
No, you're thinking of Brood War.
Oh.
Nope, not a thing in.
So
not a thing in
the shields take extra damage for armored shields versus.
Right, they take the bonus damage based on what unit tags they have. Oh. Although there are also, I believe Widow Mines, couple other things actually do additional bonus damage against shields specifically, meaning they stop doing the bonus after the shields are done. And here we have Red and Brown. Fields of Deathman. One of the weirder of the
I like this map.
Maps.
I think it's one of the better thought out team maps.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of different directions you can go with it. Alright. At the top, we have the green Protoss. She's called
Miguela.
And the orange Protoss, known in these parts of town as
Neutrophil.
Together, they are Mista Fusion. And their opponents at the bottom. Once again, the blue Protoss tying the game up. We have
Cyan.
And our only Zerg, dressed all in purple, we have
Kitty Cat Gamer.
Together, they're known as Cyan Kitty. Now this is one of the big opening things here. You have 2 pocket bases behind you. The opening ramp, not too hard to defend. There are rocks that you can get a back entrance to. There are gold bases all over the place.
I like this map because it complements. Ooh,
hey,
look at this Proxy Pylon.
Complements Proxy Pylons. You heard it here first, people.
Yeah, aggressive expansion, and it doesn't limit you to a certain number of bases. There's a lot of bases you can take.
Yeah, you're right. There are a lot of team maps where you run out of bases very quickly.
Yeah,
or where those bases have to be taken a pretty specific path.
Right. This one lets you. The Zerg can go forward. The Protoss can go back. Mm-hmm. The Zerg can go straight to a gold's natural.
Yep. And with all these golds, kind of 2 straight ahead, and each side has one sort of off to the side.
What's Kitty up to? This is late on her.
Evelyn so far, but
this is late on her normal.
Yeah, no
gas.
You're right. No natural expansion. That's very unusual for a Zerg.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
And then in that spot, yeah, we have proxy gateways. Yeah.
But you need the expansion for a Zerg just for the
just the larva.
Larva, right? I'm not a Zerg expert, but I thought this was supposed to be...
I would say that is the way people usually view it. Now, she's definitely making a lot of Zerglings, but Like I
She's
said,
got
even
700
so,
minerals.
yeah, there. Honestly, you can even it's even an option to make
Proxy.
a proxy hatchery, and there's plenty of room for it around here. Oh, what we got here? Oh, I think that's just
That's
debated about where to expand to.
Yeah, Miguela saying, where should I go?
Mine.
Yeah.
So, obviously, after last match, they know that another rush is a possibility.
Yeah, well,
Do they know what sort of rush?
Neutrophil's got a full your ink getting up here ramp, cannon,
True.
battery.
Right, and the destructible rocks are really for the thirds, depending
Right.
which way you go. So there could be a lot of, as they say, flies crashing against a storm window here.
Yeah.
And I think, that's completely walled off.
This isn't
know
gonna
what's
work.
up.
Kitty
And
Cat
this
needs. Kitty Cat
neither of
needs.
them. No Nexus, no hatchery made on Cyan Kitty's side, so there is very little they can do to transition out of this afterwards.
Right, this is an all in, and they are not going to.
Now, granted, I mean, those
can.
zealots are sort of trapped behind the wall too. There's a force field. Now, now what? They really. Okay, they want to go through that opening right now. Go through that opening.
Get in! Get in!
There's a lot of depowering they can do with all these buildings all together like this.
Yes.
If they focus on the pylon, and we could have, what we consider an upset here. There's an Oracle, but it's going to run out of energy very quickly from here.
Oracles don't do real well against the 4 gates.
They don't do well against Stalkers in general, but yes.
Yeah.
So if they just keep focusing on the pylons, they very much can have this. Void Ray, it's a good choice, especially if they keep it close to a shield battery.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you can prismatic alignment. You can back away from momentarily.
Kitty Cat.
They do not want to let them hold this even momentarily, though.
Yeah.
Yep. Way to keep the pylon down.
Yeah.
But there still isn't a second hatchery, so larva's very limited for the Zerglings.
Kitty Cat would actually be well served to throw the Green Pyre. We're going across the map, and we're gonna build that proxy gateway, right? I mean Nexus.
We gotta name more things after our own friends. We need a Green Pyre pylon. Is what we need.
Take the enemy's gold on this base and use it as a proxy. It's actually pretty effective.
Now they're actually, yeah, you're right.
You can mine.
There's more shield batteries up,
but they're fighting away from them, which is really
very true. That's a bit of a mistake on Neutrophil's part.
There's one pylon. Neutrophil's all of his.
Yeah, that pylon there could become a Green Pyre pylon if we ever get Green Pyre to play around the Protoss a bit.
Don't think that works that way.
Yeah, this is a lot of danger running out of steam.
So here's the thing: is if Neutrophil's workers weren't doing any mining, they could just run past, kill these naturals, and then be up. Because they have to fight. The other team doesn't have. Neutrophil's team doesn't have enough production to fight away from the. Don't go fighting into these cannons. It's a cannon. What do you do? Don't fight into the cannon.
You want to use your opponent's SimCity against them too.
No, what they should do is just run into the naturals, kill the naturals.
Exactly.
Away from the.
Find some, slip in between these buildings where the zealots have trouble surrounding them.
No, just go kill the free bases where they're not next to the DPS.
Slow zealots. I mean, they're not the most effective thing in the world, but they add up.
Yeah.
And I think this might be it. I mean, I expect there are more attack waves, but I think they're going to be less and less productive.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, if the zealot, if the Zerglings just ran into the naturals,
yep,
that would be enough to equalize it, and then you could macro out of it.
The whole thing, they were focused on build-ins. They really didn't get any economic damage in.
Right, that the second to last wave, they could have run past, grabbed the naturals away from the static D, and I think you have a different game. Well, obviously you have a different game, but...
You know, live and learn, die and learn. Here we go. Getting everyone in. Alright. We had a couple of very intense maps there.
Yeah, those were great. So we'll start with Cyan and Kitty Cat. First off, Kitty Cat, your macro in the second game was really, really good. Both in the first and the second, you really you hit your timings really sharply. It was quite nice to see. That second game, when you're doing that rush, I can tell you have third game. When you're doing that rush, you need an extra hatchery. Sometimes across the map, or
I need a co-caster to complete the other person's.
Yeah, but otherwise you
played
excellently. Do you feel more confident? Is it just growing confidence? Every time I see you out 2v2, you seem to be really doing better and better.
I think I moved her in.
Yeah, let's double check.
Hello. Not showing up anything from the mic.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
All right, Kitty.
Kitty.
Did it pick up on much of that?
No, mine like headphones. I couldn't hear anything.
Okay.
Oh.
So what we were saying, number one, your macro in the first two games was excellent. In the third match, for that kind of Zergling rush, it's really important to have a second hatchery. Otherwise, that way you get a lot more larvae. You can keep the Zerglings coming. But Bunny's here. How about you just say it again? You were pretty complimentary about the macro improvements she's made over the last couple months.
Yeah, night and day from when you first started playing 2v2 to now. Your macro was exceptional both games. The reason that you guys won the second game was just perfect injects, enough Zerg to overrun, and then so I was just, is this something you've been practicing? Is you just you're getting older and it's getting easier, or what's going on?
It's getting easier. I haven't been practicing it a lot, so
Yeah.
Confidence goes a long way.
Yeah. Cyan, were you controlling the units in the third game's rush?
Actually, I was not, and I think I messed that up. I told her to just do a one base and then go when her spawning pool was done. But then I saw the wall and said hold back, and then I forgot to tell her to go ahead and get a second hatch, which would have tremendously helped, and I think we could have took the third game.
Actually, yeah.
You had them on the ropes.
If you on the second to last wave when you GG'd, if you would have sent the Zerglings into away from the static D and the cannons and into the natural to make them fight away from their defenses, it would have really been taxing for them to defend their workers. And even if they would have held, you guys would have been on even footing. And so you could have just macroed out of it. So that, I know David and I, HyperTurtle and I, make that mistake when we rush. You look back and you're like, oh, we could have done this better. But you guys played very excellent against a very good team. So there's nothing to be salty about on that. You guys really showed great skill today.
Yeah.
The plan was the first game we were just going to try to macro and hang with them. Obviously, disruptors are good units, and Meta hasn't learned how to split yet, so that happens. And then after that, it was let's put pressure on them and see how they can handle it. See how Neutrophil can handle it and how Magella can handle it. And it worked good in the second game. Almost in the third, had we just done something just a little bit different, but it's fine.
Yeah. On the first game, you both ended up with the same type of ranged unit. Stalkers and Hydras fighting at that exact same range. If one of you would have gone Zerglings, or you would have gone Zealots, or you would have teched up to air, I think that game would have gone differently as well, because Kitty Cat's macro actually was better than anyone else's in the game, so she was
It's
pouring out
over
the units.
150 supply, wasn't she?
Yeah, yeah, she was pouring out the units. So that game could have gone a little different too if the engagement went different. So
And
let's
then,
ask
yeah,
Neutrophil and Magella. So
Mr.
the
Fuseman,
winners.
you're
Yeah,
continuing a very, very strong season here.
yeah. So we'll start with Neutrophil. So I had a question on the second game. You you kind of got a scout on it, but you didn't wall for the Zerg. Did you not you see it but not see it, or did it just not occur to you that they were coming?
Um, so I did get a battery up front. I figured that they weren't gonna do like any sort of timing thing. I just saw the lings. I didn't see any like mass adept or anything.
Oh,
So we figured that we could probably just hold the front with just even
oh,
if there was no wall. But
yeah,
yeah, we were kind of caught off guard by that.
yeah. You sent a hallucination right over the mass adepts, so you saw it but you didn't see it. One of
Yeah.
those deals. So
In
Miguela.
the
Oh,
yeah,
David,
no,
pass
Magella.
away.
Let's
Yeah. So Miguela, you've kind of settled into the same being the zealot shield for Neutrophil's higher tech units. Is that something that you guys talk about, or is it just something you're more comfortable with?
I guess like I'm really comfortable with it since it's just like what I do now. I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
So
it works if when a team has a pretty good setup going, it pays to hold on to that. As you end
yeah.
up focusing around there, you learn how to just when to get those out and how to complement each other with it, who handles what.
Did,
First game, some wonderful disruptor shots. Did it feel kind of annoying that they weren't killing quite as many Hydralisks as they did before the patch, or did you feel pretty good about them anyway?
I mean, they were making a lot of space. They were forcing the Zerg to back off. So even though it didn't kill as many units,
Okay.
it still did its
Protoss
job.
still does stand a chance at the global finals. Okay.
It
That's
looked
what I
like
wanted
and
to know.
and it felt like they were still killing the same amount.
I think
they were less, but it still was pretty good shots.
Hydralisks are very thin, so you can actually count them pretty well. I'd say they were killing maybe 2 less per shot.
So did they speed the ball up? Because it
No.
looked like okay, so they didn't, but it looked like maybe Meadow didn't have Hydra speed or something, but she was on creep and she couldn't outrun them. I thought that she could outrun those on creep.
I don't think she was really moving when they were on creep. When she was off creep, she actually managed to outrun them.
She turned late almost every time. The ball was already onto the army.
Okay.
So all the running did was pull the instead of being center mass to the you were back end of the mass, but it was still full surrounds on those shots. So pretty devastating.
I think we should maybe one last question, because we've got I think a total of 5 games tonight.
Yep.
4 games. 4 more games. All right.
All right,
Anything to wrap up with?
Let's wrap up because we have one next that has to go soon. So
okay.
Well, those were great games. That was really both of you guys all played really well. Both teams
very impressively.
Excellently done. So hope to see you guys later. Yep.
All right.
Jeez.
all right, so yeah, we gotta rush it along because somebody here has to leave.
All right. Well, let's see who that somebody is.
And it's our troublemaker, former admin.
Uh-oh.
Let's go do it. Go ahead, guys. Ask him the tough questions.
Okay. Well, first question, did I move the right people into chat? I don't think I did.
No, I think we're playing after them.
All right, and Sloza, and taking on Hurt in Time, right? Or is it Dark Menace?
Dark Menace, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Woo! You got him.
All right.
So, first question, Dark Menace, the GOAT?
What? I didn't hear anything. Sorry.
Are
First question
you
is,
the goat?
Are you the goat?
They're asking if you're the goat because you have that thing on your.
There is a animal next to
emoticon.
your name.
I feel like accolades account for it, so I'd say neutrophil is, but like obviously I'm better than him, so.
All right.
Okay.
Strong words. All right, Mazel, are you better than neutrophil?
Definitely not yet.
All right.
No. Nope.
So, essential question, which I hope to keep getting mileage out of. What do the two of you think of the patch so far? Have either of you gotten to play much on it? Starting with Derek Menace.
Okay, go.
I didn't hear the question either. Like,
Have you had a chance to play on the new patch yet?
The new patch? I played on some of the maps.
Okay. What do you think of the balance changes so far?
I mean, they're okay. I mean, I haven't really like done too much with them, so I can't really comment on it.
All right. And Mazel?
Haven't played the new maps yet, but I read the patch notes and I think Terran is nerfed a lot. Especially the Ghost upgrade. I just feel like it's a big nerf for us.
Okay.
But yeah, let's see if I can go, early Ravens. We'll see.
Yeah. Do you think your opponent stands a ghost of a chance?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, buddies, go ahead and join the lobby.
So...
Yeah, why don't we do this, guys? Because someone has to leave early. We have very
let's
interview after.
We'll cut the chatter.
Really,
Let's jump straight to the bloodshed now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, moving the two of you out again.
Data C.
Yep, Data C.
So,
So we have the windy map.
Yep. Ready Dark. It's interesting.
Oh, Dark Menace. Okay.
He does. He plays like Dark, and I think Dark Menace is the person who is going to benefit the most from the patch.
What do you think? What do you think a luminescent Zerg would look like? If it was a really well lit.
If they were still making skins, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Lights on their back. But I don't think DLS Mazel's playstyle is going to be affected too much by the patch. He wasn't.
Probably not.
He wasn't a ghosty. Oop.
All right. At the right, we have the Red Terran. He is
DLS Mazel.
And his opponent, board in the pink. He is called
Dark Menace.
He is called Alrighty.
Okay, so that's a weird Overlord spot. I think he's looking for
Proxy Reaper, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, doesn't hurt. I mean, the big problem is if you do take some detours with your first Overlord, then there's more chance there might be a Marine waiting for it. But these two are very experienced with those welcome committees, as you might say.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to kind of check out their natural with the second Zerg, with the second Overlord, and then have the third one look around for proxies. It all depends, and obviously, we got players who know each other, right?
Yeah. They've played plenty of times before.
Oh yeah. And that's part of the fun. In FSL we have people who go back well before FSL even.
Yeah.
All right. Got the command center just about to come down. Man, when Zerg build-ins are, yeah.
So he's feeling pretty confident this is, he got it scouted.
I don't consider it that unusual, but yeah, it does. I mean, it does open things up a little bit more. And what is that Marine is really? You think he's Overlord hunting or what?
Yeah, he's definitely Overlord hunting.
Yeah, trying to deny scouting. But yes, back on the Zerg side of things, have you noticed
See
just
that
how?
Overlord? He moved right. Oh no, he's
Like I
got a
said,
good
it's
feeling. He knows it's coming. At the quick third hatch for Dark Menace. So this is definitely going to be a macro game.
You know, when they go with colors like pink for Zerg and it's morphing a building, does that ever make you hungry for Jello? I guess you don't
makes
need
me
Jello
hungry.
anyway, but
I was gonna say nothing makes me hungry for Jello. They do
fair
look like
enough.
they do look like little cakes, a little bit.
Yeah, like the fruit. They look like the fruit cakes that you try to act like you're happy to receive at Christmas parties. Complete with a little goldfish inside for. That's where the flavor is.
Okay, Roach Warren got dropped, and three command for our hero Terran here.
Definitely going for economy. That's
Yeah.
started that
He
command
saw
even
the
before the
early
target.
third command, and he's like, "Well, you're going greed. I'm going greed."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
and so he's only got
let's
two.
see if they manage to throw some money at each other.
These two
where are
wings,
those Marines? I think
they're
they got. Okay,
Yeah.
they're.
He's
Oh
gonna
man.
lose a.
Yeah, I don't want to lose a mule right after it drops.
Nope, that's a pretty big get, and not huge.
Yeah.
Oh, and he lets him in.
Man. Full scout, people.
And he locked himself out. He did the classic when I'm playing. This is my problem with raising lowering depots.
How often do you play Terran, bunnies?
Often enough.
Often enough. Okay.
We've won a couple. I've won a handful of games with them.
I know you've done a little bit of Zerg with Green Pyro's guidance. Now here come some more of those Zerglings. Looks like they are on that command center as soon as it lands.
Stop! Up!
It's well, it's upgrading is what it's doing.
Right. But there's nothing
it
to
can
repair.
reach that far, but
yeah, but the tanks.
Yeah, that's even going to do a little bit of extra.
Shoot them!
These Marines a little bit lacking in upgrades so far too.
It's full.
No scout that time. Yes, indeed, and we have a couple of Liberators on the way, which are cheaper now, as I recall. That was was not the original PTR, but they did add that somewhere along the lines.
Fourth is already at the 5-minute mark. Fourth is down.
These guys are mining. They are really mining this map out.
Yeah.
So far, neither of them have taken the rich gas, but hey, they're rich enough.
Rich gas is quite far away.
Well, yeah, that's the gimmick there. High risk, high yield, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I would not get too close.
Yeah. Get off to.
But we do. Oh, it's right in the main. Look at.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Got some workers there.
Yeah,
the pink and the red blend in on the mini map. Oh, it's gonna get some more.
There's some decent space for that.
Oh, we got one.
And don't come back.
The other Liberator looked like it was cleaned up, but it got a. There's two Vikings out on the map.
And of course, there's a certain amount of posturing with Liberators too. Once you show that you've created one or two of them, it's something your opponent has to at least keep in mind as a possibility from then on. And
so he's gonna get 3 Overlords here, not a huge deal,
Yeah,
but Dark Menace has decided that he's gonna lose a bunch, so he put 7 in production.
Yeah. Vikings got a little bit of a buff just in making it easier to kite with them, or to stutter float.
Yeah, it actually is quite a buff. Fighting my carriers, I've noticed that they're much harder to.
Vikings are. Yeah, they do a lot of clunking for something that isn't on a road.
Yeah.
So.
So
Spire is almost complete now. I'm very curious what direction they're to go.
This is another game where, if Neutrophil can get away with it, I mean not Neutrophil. If if
Dark Menace?
if Mazel can get away with this, it's gonna work out. But Dark Menace could have just F2A moved his 23.
I don't know about all the Hellions. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of Zerglings coming still.
No, now
Granted,
the Hellions are being built, but before there
no way
was.
to know that. Yeah, they would have been very nice. Okay, yeah, my mistake. There are the speedlings there, but yes.
Yeah, there was a Mutas.
This is yeah. Oh boy, 2 Thors on the way already.
Yeah.
So this could be a very interesting series of counters.
The Mutas might get something done, because the only things that shoot up are on the other side of the map.
Well,
the
I mean, those Thors aren't too long from popping out, but they're gonna get some stuff done to begin with.
Yeah.
And those
the Thor's got to turn around.
Thor's going the wrong way. Come on.
Come on, Thor! Come
all
back!
Those all those tricycles were.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna get. They got quite a bit of work done, but it's already 4 CCs, and the 5th on the way. They both people are like, the 5th CC on the way already. Just hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're both gonna go up to 80 workers, and we're gonna see what we can get done. Oh, look, these are gonna pop right in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's that better for?
I don't. I think it would be better for the Terran because Hellions don't cost gas. Because the whole point of them is to eliminate Zerglings and Banelins. So we got the Thors spreading around. So I don't know how much longer those Mutalisks will be useful.
There's a Overlord that has remained through all the Overlord hunting. There's an Overlord right in the natural that is just kind of hung out.
That little Paradise Ledge.
Baneling shot, and now the Mutas are back. It's not a huge number of Mutas.
No, he
but
didn't.
It's enough. You can't chase them with
You
can't chase them with Thors. But
he is upgrading the flying attacks, so there might be more coming.
Oh, that's the wrong move.
Okay then.
That happens to hold position against Terran. Sometimes like, oh, I better go fight that. No, that's not where you want to go, sir. And that Overlord is still somehow... Is it in vision? Mazel cannot see it. Just out of vision all the way. And
it's the balloon that never pops, man.
Yeah. And it's really giving quite a bit of
the
vision.
creep spread going now. Definitely a
yeah.
lot of tumors around. Limited vision on them, but I don't think that's going to figure in too much.
80 drones, 70 SCV.
Oh yeah, I was wondering. Here comes the first of the Corruptors, I think. Do you think we're going to see the new Broodlords?
No. But maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, because you going Thors. You don't see...
Yeah. And, I mean... They're a pretty good match as far as range goes, and now the Broodlands don't stick around as long.
Scumbag.
And now one of the big things, they're both stretched all over, pretty good distance along the map, and the more of the map your bases cover, the harder it is to protect any one given point.
Yeah, but
Banelin's going on heavily.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to be very careful that, I mean, just a few workers. It is very easy to, it's very easy to accidentally waste Banelands, especially if your opponent has Thors and siege tanks,
Yeah,
all
this
right,
run by's gonna
here
get a
come the
lot done.
tricycles. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep, I figured they were going to transform. They got the blue flames going too.
Yeah, that was all the Zerglings.
Not all of them. There's some up north.
Yeah.
See, I don't. Oh, and speaking of things that we have trouble seeing, they did eliminate that pink Overlord at some point.
Yes, they did. Oh, it probably got caught by the sensor tower.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. Wormhosts. Yeah. There's a few different tech directions going on here.
Do you think those are accidental, or...? No, that's too many to be accidents.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
And they potentially can work pretty well against mech, as long as, you know,
Yeah.
you don't let them go somewhere where the actual swarm hosts themselves can be attacked.
Yeah, they're both getting very close to maxed out.
I don't think there aren't more Ravagers here either, with the number of siege tanks we have.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, on both sides. I mean, honestly, I'd say Mazel, DLS Mazel, more or less standard mech composition overall, but
yeah,
you know, Dark Menace, bit more unusual as far as where it's going, but it can be effective. And look how quickly those things can and
there's
lots
a planetary
of pop up.
There's a planetary right there as defense.
Hey, bro.
But the Raven can see them.
We see
you.
This is what happens when you lower the cost of Ravens, people.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna get away.
Also,
wiggle away,
yeah.
Poor swarm host.
Auto
turret. It's gonna get away.
Auto turrets do not have as much health or armor and don't last.
I don't know if they want to be fighting there.
And the
it's gonna wiggle away. It got away.
Hey, remember how we were talking about bioluminescent Zerg?
Yeah.
That's a bit of it there. That is the new color scheme they use for the anti-armor.
Like it.
A little bit less
it a lot.
Cheeto. I like it too. That it looks more energy based, you know.
You know why I like it? Because it does make the units easier to see.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice surround. Yeah. Cheeto dusted his. Just fight.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Don't move command. You can't move command to there.
Yeah, he's starting to run a little bit low at this point. Those tanks aren't sieged yet either, and they're on creep.
No, but there's two. I think he'll win this fight on the left, just barely not.
Yeah.
But he can drop some auto turrets, and he's killing some workers. And he's gonna have his reinforcement parade. Those roaches aren't gonna get much done.
Big banks on both sides, although
the Zerg's got a huge bank.
Definitely behind on the gas portion of things, which is one of the reasons why we're seeing so much mineral dumping on the Hellions.
Also, Hellion's good unit for this.
Well, yeah, they're speedy.
Yeah.
A little bit of bonus damage against creep tumors too.
That's a lot of roaches.
Yeah, I mean it's basic. You know, they talk about how roaches don't scale well, but I mean they're straightforward. They do their job.
Yeah.
And we got about a 40 supply lead now. 50.
Ooh, Broodlords are wandering their way. Look at them. They move now.
Yeah, a lot faster.
Look at those guys fly.
People have been talking about how they're getting to be a lot more in common with the Guardians. You know, they still have the broodlings they leave, but because they don't leave them as longer, there's a lot more emphasis just on that initial hit.
Yeah. Man, they're just such a good unit now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take you to task on that our next team night, okay?
Yeah, they move across the map. They don't.
Yeah, they don't lag behind the entire army for minutes at a time. I mean, one of the big things is that so much of the time, if you're going to use Broodlords, you get the Corruptors over there. Once the Corruptors reach there and they run out of air targets, you turn them into Broodlords, and then that's the last time you use Broodlords because your opponent is ready for them after that. So
I don't think that's the case anymore. I think this game is over. But the Broodlords really did. Like, the Remax, but yeah, I don't. The Thors.
It's an interesting one because so much of the focus was on the roaches before, but
yeah,
he had that Greater Spire up his sleeve for when he needed it, and now it's paying its dues.
Yeah, I think this is over. But even if they somehow clean up the Broodlords, and that's enough Banelings to do the so many Banelings.
And one of the big things, big issue Mazel ran into eventually was just didn't really have the gas to support the tech he was using.
Oh, is he gonna get the? Oh, he just gets the planetary, and the backup planetary is right there.
That's right.
Yeah, but the Broodlord's Arm, the Terran production is.
Yeah, I can't think of many things that are worse to have right over your production. Maybe lurkers.
Yeah, but that was really good showing from Mazel. He really hung tough.
That was quite a few tech switches, and they paid off. And very good use of, very good use of late game roaches. And you notice throughout the entire thing, he was doing. Actually, they were both really up on their upgrades.
Yeah, that was really crisp, really well played. And if you look at the army graph, once he killed those
the Thors and siege tanks on that hill.
No, yeah, once he killed those swarm hosts, which didn't really get much done.
Oh, yeah.
But he had the army advantage, but that's a problem with mech.
Well, that was his big mistake. Killing those swarm hosts freed up all that supply.
Yeah, make good units. Our next map is Inside and Out. Is that correct?
It is.
Ooh. I don't know if Dark Menace, was that his pick? Dark Menace's pick on that? Because
I would have to check, and
Yeah.
I don't know where to check right now.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead and accept, and then we can get started.
Yeah, bunnies.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to find the.
Yeah, I gotta use that APM for something. Okay.
I have PAM. I know, actually, minutes per action.
PAM.
Yeah, minutes per action for me. There's a very distinct chance I'm the slowest moving person in the FSL.
Maybe we could have a special challenge for that. Big free for all, and if anyone goes above your speed in APM, they get disqualified.
In
the lower left, we have the blue Terran. His name is
DLS Mizel.
And he tried, we should add. In the upper right, we have the pink Zerg up one game. He is
Dark Menace.
So, Crown. I don't know if that was a failed emote or...
That was a failed emote.
Okay.
I think that's another failed emote. I would say...
You gotta put them in parentheses, people. That's how it works here.
I would say Mazel more than tried. I think that was an incredible showing.
Oh, yeah.
Especially being such an underdog against such a good player. I always root for the underdogs, so...
Well, everyone does. Except when they really like the person they're rooting for to win. But everyone loves the person who fights from behind and wins.
Yes. I really like that game out of Mazel. I hope he can put that type of effort forward on this game. I think when I'm that style underdog, I count those as wins.
I'm going to be very curious how they're going to handle this game, whether it's also going to be really heavy early econ.
This map doesn't lend itself to that nearly as well.
No, you can open yourself pretty vulnerably.
Yeah,
vulnerably. Yeah, I think vulnerably is a word.
What I was going to say is this map, it's the bases have that third up the middle, and it's harder for the Terran to get a fourth. In my experience watching,
very wide open, and the expansions are pretty much they're only along the border of the map.
Yeah, but
Yep.
There's if you try to get a fourth, then there's 4 openings into your base, basically 3.5, 4 openings into your base that really become like. It's hard to get Terran units everywhere, and the Zerg just can take advantage of their swarminess to just
and you can even
knock
down some destructible rocks here and there too.
Yeah, the destructible rocks don't fully block; they just create a choke.
It depends on the spot. Some of those you have to go around, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's that one, but that again is the issue here. So I would like to see a more aggressive game. It's a short rush distance, I like to see. It's nice for parade pushes. You knock down those rocks and you just parade across the map.
Yeah, I don't favor mech here very much. Do you?
No, I.
Just too easy to surround them.
Yeah, but it looks like it's a 1-1-1.
Mhm.
4 in gas for Mizell.
Yeah.
Normally not.
The fourth one serves as the exclamation point. Yes.
Yeah.
Again, couple Zerglings causing trouble at the natural, but
there's nothing. Oh,
well,
there's
the
one
putties
guy that
those are up.
shoots.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
and then we have these guys.
Yeah.
The tricycles with the flamethrowers.
I think they should be the default skin. This is just better.
Yeah, I know. Just who wants a cool fast ride that has 4 wheels? You know.
Right.
Yeah, I believe these are all Special Forces skins, by the way.
Yeah.
From the very first war chest, I believe. But don't take me to the bank on that.
It should say on somewhere on the overlay, like if you click the unit, it should have the skin as something.
Not only you should be able to click on the overlay and have it link you to the Blizzard online store. I'm surprised they haven't pushed things that far, but I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, but if you're playing against an opponent, sometimes you see a cool skin, you're like, which one is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
never know.
I've seen people post about that. Oops, splat.
That's a supply block too. It's
Yep, that was a very good one.
Yeah, because these overlords weren't very well far
Couple of
along.
them on the way now.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have them done now, but that's quite a while.
Yeah, I think he's of the mind to not let a overlord hover over the natural for 3/4 of the game this time.
Yeah, that Zergling's gonna kill. Citizens arrest! Kill it! Kill it!
Oh man! Oh man!
Oh, I got one!
Yes, it did. Another little patch change. Deceleration for workers no longer delays their attack.
Yeah, I caught a Reaper the other day with him that I feel like I wouldn't have caught
Just
before.
a little bit more. Oh, look at that! Speaking of patches, we have a Banshee on the way. And Hyperflight Rotors, I believe, is both faster to research. Yeah, well, you can always... Oh, wow, he is indeed going very, very mech.
Yeah, this is full mech. No. It's the bio where it's 1 racks and 5.
And one non-reactored starport for the medevacs, yes.
Yeah.
But I am very curious if he's also going to research Hyperflight Rotors, which is cheaper and faster to research now.
You might as well. I mean, the
Exactly.
gas, though. The way the fact you're mech, you've got you need that gas.
Oh man, nice glow on those Ravagers. Anyway.
A nice what?
But yeah, I think Rizal's definitely feels more confident with the mech, at least in this matchup.
That is a pretty
What we
cool
got
skin
here?
on the Ravager.
Yeah,
I have a bad feeling about this. This might be a quicker game.
I think that's the simulant skin.
Nah.
Yeah, Hellions don't do that great against Roaches or Ravagers, although Banshees do. The thing about Roaches,
Oh,
though,
he's gonna lose. Oh, he
they
just
can hold
didn't
out
lose
for
it.
a while. You know,
Yeah.
it can take a
Move,
while
move,
to kick
move!
them out. Even oh no.
Or not. Yeah, this.
This yeah, I think our dreams of Hyperflight Rotors might have to wait for another night.
Yeah, blah. Well, this one, this is what I'm talking about with this map. I'm not a... The roaches get here too quick, and it's just a tough map to mech on.
And I mean, Hellions, boy, they're great against Zerglings, not as great against Roaches.
Yeah.
Looks like he might be able to hold on a bit longer, but he's at half the supply now, so
yeah,
I don't know how much it's going to pay off.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't let them in.
Let the wrong one in. That's the wrong one? His tank's
the wrong
on the...
5, I think.
Yeah.
No, the wrong 6 even.
His tank was on the
yeah,
supply depot, so you couldn't raise it.
This is tragic here. Good repairing. I got to give him that. I mean, Mazel's got the mechanics. It's just
Yeah.
I don't think this was the way to go on this map.
No. Yeah, the Zerg on the back of this made a round of drones is now over double.
Yeah, and over 2,000 in the bank. You know, at the moment, biggest challenge is getting more hatcheries down to spend the money. And
yeah. Oh, he didn't even get the active tumor.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's got cloak.
As far as the skins go, I very rarely settle for just one. I feel an impulsive need to actually randomly just throw a bunch of different ones in.
These spores are going to
Here they
complete
come.
just in time.
Wow, that's impressive. And he's got the Overseer anyway, so...
Yeah.
Might be the last hurrah here, because this did not pay off.
No. The Hellions could sneak on in and do something, but...
Something.
They're just going to hang out on the creep and get
Not
killed
much
by
in the way of
mutants.
anti-air either against these Mutalisks.
Yeah, this is a slow death. I mean... You got to 44 workers, which is something. But the mutants themselves can't be countered. The mutants
I think
themselves.
Mazel's decal is the War Pigs. I might be wrong once again, but yeah, I think those are, the original mercenaries, Marines, who had a very short-lived comic book based on them.
Yeah. Now the mutas can just sit
here.
here.
Mutas say no more Banshees.
Yeah, mutas say no more nothing. There's going to be 2 cyclones popping out, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And there's your death for him.
Yeah, the first attack was.
Yeah, that was a little bit too devastating.
Yeah.
All right, we have a 2-0 there.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Gotta say, the first game was quite the macro war.
Yeah.
Did you guys type no rush 10, or is it just a gentleman's agreement?
If I saw a hatch first, that's probably a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, because you went 3 CC, so he countered with 5 hatch. Then you went 4, and he went to 6, and then you guys maxed out before you attacked. So, Mazel, you had a shot in that first game. You were up. You killed all the. We were joking. You killed all the swarm hosts, but that was a mistake because it let him build good units. So, he's tricky, that one. You were up in army supply quite a bit, but the roaches just appear, and he had a huge bank by that point. And
Dark Menace, quite a few tech switches there.
Right.
Was there an initial plan, or were you just kind of riding and seeing what happened?
Honestly, I was playing reactive off of what he did. I kind of wasn't thinking of what I would do eventually. I usually do think what I want to plan out. But this game, I was playing reactive because I was worried he was going to do some sort of timing or something.
And I gotta ask, what do you think of those patched Broodlords, huh? you think?
The speed is nice because they cross the map quickly, but they shot really slow and it's annoying.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, my Thors can't catch them, so that's pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I noticed you can kite with the Broodlords, the Thors. Before the Thors, it would just have to fight, but now you can't. It looks like you could probably shoot, move, and make the. If you were Cero level, I don't think those can be caught with a Terran ground army anymore.
Yeah. Actually, if you noticed, I added 1 starport for Vikings, but it was too late.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was. We also noticed a pink Overlord that was just kind of sitting in your natural. Almost
Yeah.
Game.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Sometimes
that's what
happens.
happens.
Just to quickly look at the second game. So Mazel, what was the original plan there? I know once again very heavy Mac. You had quite a few factories. What was the battle plan?
The first was snipe some overlords, but I think he
And you did
changed
get
his
that.
pathing. Yeah, I didn't get that for some time, and then I went 3CC. I wanted to out. I think I can out macro him maybe, but then when I saw the southern base, yeah, probably not. And then he caught me off guard by those
The
what do you
roaches.
call that? Sorry, what?
Roaches.
No. The first one.
Oh, in
The
the first
burrowed
game.
ones. Yeah,
The
for the first game.
broodlords, yeah.
Infestors. Wait, what's good?
Swarm hosts.
Swarm hosts. Yeah, I
You did take
forgot
care of them
about
pretty
swarm
well, though.
hosts. Yeah, luckily he stood there for a while. Yeah.
He burrowed.
Luckily.
I mean, it's something they do.
I have a question for Mazel real quick. The map you played in the second game, I've never seen Mech beat Zerg. Now that's at the professional level, so do you find that map hard to play Mech at, or did you just I was curious, if you're going to play Mech, why wasn't that one vetoed?
He chose that map in the first place. Vetoing the maps, I have no idea anymore which maps will be advantageous for me or not. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it worked. Yeah, the first part it worked, but
yeah, the first game you were keeping up toe to toe with him. It was pretty amazing. The second game, kind of a little bit more of a bopping, but it was a good show, a really good showing from you today.
Okay.
And Dark
We're
Menace.
we're gonna wrap up, but Dark Menace, definitely improving your score by yet another. So we will be seeing more of you soon, and we will be moving into our Code A in a moment.
Ooh.
Good games both.
GG's.
GG, thank you so much. Bye bye.
So are we rolling right in, or are we taking a
break?
break?
Yeah. Well,
let's bring him in because these kids have school night. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. We have our Code A match now.
Ooh.
Little Reaper and Mighty Ant.
Oh, Little Reaper, it's late.
Yeah. So
I should be sleepy by now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what you hope.
Yeah.
Right.
Mighty Ant.
Just very quickly, we can just ask kind of one at a time. But first with Mighty Ant, A, how are you feeling about this match? B, how are you feeling about the patch so far?
So the match, just looking forward to it. Just I have fun when I play. The patch, I heard you guys talking about Zerg, and since Zerg is my worst race, maybe that'll help a little bit. But that's all I got on the patch. So, I haven't been looking at it too closely.
Little Reaper, have you been on the forums telling people how bad this is?
I've read a little bit of it, but not all of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right. One quick question, Little Reaper, when's your normal bedtime?
9:30.
Okay. So we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Will that affect your strategy at all?
I don't think so.
Okay. Glad to hear it. Should we get them right in then?
Yeah, we should.
Okay. All right. We have them in their separate channels, and we have Tropical Sacrifice coming up.
Yeah.
Which we did not see, didn't see it last game.
Yeah. It's hard to say how this is going to play out.
We're going to have to see what Mighty Ant ends up as.
Right. Little Reaper, that's the Platinum border, correct?
Yes. Yeah, although Little Reaper, from what I've heard, has made it into Diamond. But, with that aside, in the upper right, we have the green Protoss, and he is called
Mighty Ant.
And in the lower left, the orange Protoss, with plenty of time before his bedtime, he is
Little Reaper.
Alright, so here we go.
So,
But yes, I believe Little Reaper made Diamond just before the new season started.
Nice. I would heavily favor Little Reaper in this matchup normally, but because everyone in FSL knows what Little Reaper's about, I'm wondering if Mighty Ant has something to counter it.
It can work against, it can work against you. And it's one of the things. Sometimes, if you're playing random, you might know what your opponent is planning out of familiarity, but you also have to then immediately adjust it to whichever race you end up with.
Right.
I think they're both pretty comfortable with Protoss versus Protoss. Like Mighty Ant's sad, Zerg is the one that he struggles with the most. And they're both, they're both starting the basic natural wall.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say for yourself,
well,
huh?
no. So I was gonna say the
Zealot on the way. I don't know.
The
That's from
opening.
Mighty Ant. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Usually,
No,
a slow Zealot is not what you start out with in Protoss versus Protoss.
Right. That's what I was umming about.
That was what you were umming and erring about. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, I was gonna say this is some sort of charge slot all in, maybe? Question mark. But no, I think you just built it and YOLO it across the map because you won't have a unit. It's going to work because of the quick rush distance.
Yeah.
But it's a slow Zealot, so we'll see what it can get done.
Yeah, it is kind of aggravating watching it move.
I like the skin on it. That's the classic skin, right?
The Brood War style skin.
I mean, it's going to get a handful of.
And there he is, running right past the Brood War style Nexus. Yeah.
Oh, keep your shade going. Keep your shade going.
Yeah, what you really want to do if you're going to go this way is, what he's doing now. You want somewhere where you can't be surrounded, but Adept works pretty nicely against Zealot.
Yeah. So he got one probe. I guess that was worth it, maybe?
For 100 minerals and, and during a time where you're just waiting for the Cyber Core, doesn't hurt too much.
Yeah. I mean, he got a couple pulls. He might have disrupted timing a little bit. The Adept is going to be able to shade in here if it wants. There's an Adept to fight it. And the Adept's injured from the Zealot, so...
Yeah, did actually get some health damage, so we'll see these guys chase each other. Now, granted, an Adept can kill a probe pretty quickly.
Yeah. Two?
Yeah, 2.
I don't know if that's worth it either.
Granted, that was an Adept that also killed a Zealot, but it didn't have to move across the map. We got the Twilight Council, and I think Zealots are very much on both their minds. Dark Shrine, actually. Yeah. That is definitely not a unit that's unknown to Little Reaper.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a Little Reaper special.
And he has the Robo down
on the way.
Yeah.
So, I think Dark Shrines are the building that takes the longest to complete in the game.
Yeah. Well, plus he probably wants to make a Warp Prism too with this.
Yeah. The Observer's on the way. Forge. We'll see if he throws down a cannon. When I play PvP, I always throw a cannon in my mineral line. I've lost enough to it. I'll take the L and the 300 minerals.
Yep. Protoss is the P in PTSD.
Yeah. And I'm not good. We have a teammate of ours who's really good, and even when he gets surprised with DTs, he somehow doesn't always auto-lose, which I don't get it.
There are tricks you can do to slow DTs down, but boy, you have to be well practiced with them.
Yeah, I am not well practiced with those tricks. So the Observer's moving across the map. Another one's being built. The thing is, he doesn't have many
units. Does he see those as it passes over?
Yeah, I think he might have. The Observer's going to be right in the front anyway. I don't think this gets anything done, but he doesn't have any production facilities. He has one gate and a robo. That's the only thing he can build out of.
Yeah, you're right. He's not going to be able to create a lot more Dark Templar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
one goes down, the other one.
He doesn't have a
other
Dark
one
Temple.
struts away.
Little Reaper has 3 facilities, production facilities. There's just a single gate and a robo for Mighty Ant.
Oh, was I looking on the wrong side yet again? I guess
Yeah.
I was.
Okay, so this he's putting down 4 right now. He'll see the Warp Prism, maybe. He's got a cannon in his mineral line.
Yeah, I don't think this would be entirely unexpected.
But that is an Artosis of Artosis' pylons. He doesn't know this yet, but the best move would have been to...
Yeah, that would have been the most vulnerable spot anyway. However, that Observer can make its way around. Ooh,
Oh, he's
might
gonna
want to keep the Observer with the Worker's Thumb.
Yeah. Oh, F2! F2! Shit! F2!
Yeah.
Or
From
not.
the shadows I come.
You know what's funny is he has it well dealt with, but he hasn't put his workers back to work. He's got the Observer. It's sitting right here. What's Mighty Ant doing? Mighty Ant, you got to do something. Okay, that's one
Yeah,
thing.
you got a guy in a cape to clean up.
What was that shot at?
Oh, there we go.
He can see it.
Immortal versus Dark Templar on hold position. You don't see that very often.
The main workers have to go back to work. His main workers have to go back to work.
Yeah, that's a pretty big error. All right, now they're moving again.
Only some of them.
Which, yeah. I mean, it's close to other people's bedtimes too, mine included.
Yeah, F1, F1.
Control F1. That's the real money. Where you select all your idle workers at once.
Doesn't F1 normally does it cycle through?
F1, yes, it cycles through. It chooses the nearest idle worker. And then moves the next nearest when you hit it again. Control F1 selects all of your idle workers at once.
Yeah,
Little improvement off the Warcraft 3 setup there.
He still has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 idle workers. That's,
I mean, it can be costly.
7 idle workers when you only have 41 is a huge problem.
Yeah, taking up supply too.
Yeah,
and of course, Little Reaper has his third.
Yeah.
Pretty well saturated already.
Yeah, I think.
And
he's
they're
supply blocked
here
for a minute.
comes a Warp Prism without anything in it yet.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
but he's gonna be supply blocked and won't be able to build anything with the Warp Prism.
Yeah, that's one problem after another.
Yeah.
He needs to kill those idle workers. That'll free up the supply.
Yes. There's 2 of them sitting there, and it bothers me because I do that all the time. You look back and you're like, workers, I didn't tell you to stare at the minerals. Do something.
Isn't it amazing in observer mode or replays where you're like, you can't help yourself. You're trying to click on it. It's like history has already happened.
Yes.
But you're still trying to control it.
Yes.
All right. Well, he's got stuff in the Warp Prism now.
Yeah. Charge lots.
Yep. They want to finish off what that initial slow guy didn't do.
Yeah.
Oh, Warp Prism. I mean, Void Prism.
Void Ray
That's
pops
gonna
right out.
Yeah, Void Ray. Yeah, that Warp Prism's going nowhere.
Yes. But
I love how
he did
slowly Void
manage to
Prism's
kill.
actually. Yeah, good.
He did manage to kill
7 workers. Not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, which brings him only down 9 plus. How many idle workers does he have?
You know, there's part of me that just enjoys watching how slowly Void Ray's kill light units. Ooh, and there he goes.
He has a worker in his army hotkey. And he's
It's,
killing. Why did he kill that pylon?
I think to get the Immortals out, but I think they should have been able to fit through there. And Archons now have that little change where they can slip through single spaces. So I don't know, but we have some stuff going on in the main up top.
Oh, that's a lot.
We got some harassment inside of. Yep.
Hey, look, that idle worker.
Hey,
oh,
look
he killed it. He's gonna get the Nexus too. This is gonna be it.
Yeah. And yeah, for the record, Little Reaper is using the Purifier skin for the attack units anyway.
Yeah, so he's like, well, I lost my main. I gotta full send it.
Like-
Unfortunately, the Protoss army he's about to run into is bigger than his. So
Yeah.
did I drop?
Not that I know of.
Yep, I did.
Maybe.
Ooh. I'm
Yep.
going to surrender.
Time to kick War Bunnies out.
Yep. Sorry about that, guys. It says I'm still connected. That's weird. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's no shortage of weirdness, including your lack of monitors at home, but...
Yes. But I dropped.
Oh,
How come
Freedom
it
says
didn't?
hang tight. I don't know.
Yeah. No, exit game and come back.
I mean... Big problem. He was behind on bases before losing that Nexus.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think Little Reaper, Mighty Ants is dead as my connection there.
All right, well put.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Up the hill, into the fight. He's fallen back, overcharged battery, so I'd say he should at least, I mean, it's probably a losing battle anyway, but at least get away from that overcharged battery. That's one of the things.
Well, that's never happened to me before.
Huh? Happens to you all the time.
No, what happened? It was the authentication.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I've never seen.
I don't know. That might be one of those things. I know those come up once in a while, usually on a bunch of servers at once. A bunch of stalkers just kind of sitting there watching helplessly now.
Yeah, this game's over.
This is, you know, don't mess with the capes. Alright, GGWPO. Alright, did you want to try connecting again? Were you able to get onto BattleNet?
Yeah,
okay.
Reconnected.
Alright, well there you have it. We will queue up the next match.
Yeah, Little Reaper. It's funny because he looks almost he looks sad, like he lost, even though he whooped some butt.
You know, maybe he just didn't do it the way he wanted to. I don't know.
Yeah.
You think there would be some marketing if there was Little Ant or a Mighty Reaper?
Mighty Reaper. Mighty Reapers were Beyond's specialty.
Oh yeah, those things were amazing.
Yeah, that's why they nerfed him. One guy was too good. Better nerf him.
Legendary.
So do you think Mighty Ant doesn't let Little Reaper hit him for that 5-minute timing again, or?
I think Little Ant. Oh boy.
Little Ant.
I think Mighty Ant is probably still gonna have those defenses up, but one would hope.
Mighty Ant's got some
ready
cheeses
to
in his.
too. Yeah, here I'm inviting you to the game again.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just see if I can join. I was looking at.
I mean, he did a great job taking care of those Dark Templar, at least initially. I mean, lost a little bit more mining time than necessary. All right, Little Reaper is ready. But I mean, it worked well. He just, he wasn't able to. He didn't capitalize on it. He didn't expand, and yeah, it kind of took a while before he cleaned up. And of course, a lot of this is also going to depend who's he playing as. Is he going to be Protoss again? Is he going to be Terran? Is he going to be, the patch race?
The patch race.
Always. In the lower left, up one game, the orange Protoss is
Little Reaper.
And in the upper right, the blue Protoss, his name is
Mighty Ant.
Yeah, I think we might have something up his sleeve right now. Notice they're both sending their. Are these gonna pass right?
Yes.
Yep. 2 probes passing between burning corporate buildings.
This is a cannon rush.
Yeah. A cannon rush and maybe a proxy gateway.
Yeah, so Little Reaper sees it.
So we get to see which cheese reigns supreme.
which
Now, how often does Little Reaper deal with cannon rushes? If he's made his way up to Diamond as Protoss, I'd have to assume pretty frequently.
Yeah. But,
you know, one of the tricks is you
but
wanna try to damage that probe so it can't keep building things, and you want to avoid slipped through him.
Is that a cannon?
And you want to take out these pylons
What's that cannon
without
shooting? Yeah, he's got to get up. He should be cannoning the top here.
I don't think Little Reaper has. Oh, you mean Mighty Ant? Yeah.
Mighty Ant. Yeah, like what
yeah,
do these cannons shoot
up.
at?
I mean, still, this could be effective.
No, no, maybe. He'll get a couple.
Well, it's gonna get some damage in no matter what.
Yeah. It's gonna get a lot of damage in.
Yeah. And it's a tricky thing with cannon rushes. A lot of it comes down to just being used to it, knowing how many probes to invest in trying to attack them, figuring out a nice anchor point to put a stalker, so that the probe can't move any further.
He built a zealot, not a stalker. That might be game right there.
Yeah, I don't. Slow zealots are not good at zoning probes away. And you see Mighty
it's another zealot. It's another zealot. He didn't take his gas. That's game.
Oh yeah, that's does not have the tools to deal with this. No.
Nope. Nope.
And that gateway, I don't think that second zealot's even going to make it out. I guess he could chrono it, but
no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yep.
All right, we have GG. Much shorter game that time.
I expect the next game to be just as short.
We will see, and we will also see whether it'll be Protoss versus Protoss again. Look at that slow Strat. Yeah, a Little Reaper ain't happy on that one.
33% chance.
Yeah.
Around.
All right.
Yeah, so what do you, that's what I expected Mighty Ant to be doing. He can't go toe for toe with.
How do you deal with a 5-minute time-in? With a 1-minute time-in, right?
Yes, I expect whatever Mighty Ant does next. He can't go blow for blow with Little Reaper. He has to do something a little.
It really seemed like he was struggling to pay attention to his units. He had the idle workers the first game, the lack of expansion, had trouble, that delay in taking out the rest of the Dark Templar. So, just go fast out of the gate without having to do as much mileage.
Yeah. Woo!
All right.
It's random.
Yeah, and that's the other. It can playing as random can very much favor rushes because your opponent doesn't know what to look for right away.
Right, you don't know what flavor of rush is coming. Like you don't know if it's cannon rush, if it's 12 pool, proxy Reaper.
You know your opponent is dishonorable and and terrible in every conceivable way, but you don't know in what way. All right, enough poking fun at myself. In the lower right, we have the this time red Terran. He is
Mighty Ant.
And at the top, the orange Protoss is called
Little Reaper.
All right. 11 minutes to bedtime. Let's see what happens.
Does he build the barracks on his side of the map? That's the question of the day. I think yes, because the
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Gateway on the supposedly correct side as well. So they're honoring each other's borders, at least for now. SCV, making sure the probe doesn't pick on the other SCV.
What type of Terran build is 2 gas?
Usually wanting to go air as early as possible. At least in my experience, I'm not an expert on the Terran builds, but yeah, it indicates that you want to do something with the factory of the starport right away, not just have the tech there.
Yeah.
And also
some
tending
sort of
to be a little bit more defensive with with a focus on harassment rather than forward pushes.
I was gonna say,
I know a lot of Terrans favor 2 gas openings against Protoss. I forget why though.
So
we meet again, Mr. Bun. E.
the Rescout, both
Yeah.
of them, Little Reaper, I think
I
is
think they both
rescouting.
have each other on edge a little bit.
Yeah, I was
think
gonna
that's safe
say,
to say.
he took quite the route to get to where he wanted to go, and
Yeah, and he's got this Reaper ready to take another look around.
yeah, I think the Reaper's just gonna hop up. That Adept might be going. See, the NA timing where it's a little late, but that helps out because you don't know where to go. Yeah, I think you can get...
it got there.
He's damaged 2 probes, but he hasn't killed either one. Okay, there he's
Oh,
got both.
now he's damaged. Now he's
Yeah.
killed both the damaged probes.
Yes.
Not the one who's natural though, and I'm still not seeing a sign of an expansion. I guess he's saving up now. Okay.
Yeah,
but he was a little bit short.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the big reasons why a lot of Terrans do not go double gas, because it really can delay the first command center.
Yeah. He's gonna get back up into the base, and he's gonna get at least 1 more probe.
Yeah. That Reaper's a hero. Hats off to you. Nice. That is some very good maneuvering, actually. Although I gotta say, the Shade is ready too.
He doesn't have
and
his.
Does he? Nope.
Oh, run back in! Loop de loop!
Oh man, you talk
he's not
about
gonna do it.
fun ways to tilt people, and back home, the probe picking on the SCV that only just started working on the command center.
Yeah.
Oh, and he got it! It's like, oh, you got a few probes with that Reaper. Look what I got with my probe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that
Widowmain
Adept
drop.
would actually do pretty well just to fight head-to-head with those Marines, but
Yeah, it would have won. Oh, he's gonna get it again though. He's gonna pop in.
Now
and
that is
shoot it.
tilt material there. Yes.
Get nerd wrecked.
Oh. Did he?
Yes, he did.
Very slowly getting away, but we got a couple mines ready.
Yeah. Nothing tilts you more as a Protoss player than having the 2 mines burrow and kill all your workers, and then you
Now there's something that does bonus damage against shields. Oh, very good pull actually.
Yeah.
Oh look.
Just leave
I
it there.
mean, kind of stinks to lose a stalker, but better than losing,
He doesn't know there's
workers.
not another mine there.
Yeah, I guess not.
So he's pulled all his probes away. That is the other thing that sucks the most, is when you like, oh, I've done with the mines, and then.
And then, as a bit blow for blow, we got Dark Templar on the way.
Yeah. Did he finish it? He hasn't sent a guy to finish his command center. So there he just has. He should probably double expand at this point. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Mighty is being a lot more,
Just annoying.
a lot more, well, annoying, aggressive.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, man.
11.
And that's well that Liberator's down, but,
Yeah, but...
He's doing a good job keeping Little Reaper from doing what he wants to do, especially because
Yeah.
Mighty is way ahead in the money department.
Yeah. Mighty Ant's gonna
Oh.
take a third, but the thing is, did he see the DT shrine?
Well,
He must
I don't
have.
know. It's one of the things if you're microing really hard, sometimes that can give you
but
some
he doesn't.
momentary blindness.
He doesn't have any way to CC them, and his orbital commands. Well, one of them's full energy, so.
Yeah, so the stuff he can do. I think Little Reaper is still going to need a bit more gas before he's going to go all out with them. Oh, come on, Cyclone. All right.
Yeah, pick the right one. Let the
Yep.
right one in. Yeah. But he's not building turrets or
Yeah.
observer. Oh, he's building one turret, but way forward.
What we got? We do have one. We do have one Dark Templar marching ahead. No Warp Prism available, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think his Robo. Yeah, just completed.
He got set behind economically.
Yeah.
And the big
This
thing here
DT
is
is
Mighty
gonna get-
Ant. Yeah, Mighty Ant has to make sure to take advantage of his lead.
He
It's,
does have 6 probes in the gas, so.
Yeah. Oh. The alarm bell sounds. Fear, fire, foe.
Wait, he just pulling the boys? Where's he going?
Yeah, he's not. He's
You don't
not
have any-
attacking. He's not trying to take out the Dark Templar.
Which
Which
he has
is
the
something you
ability
can
to.
do with scans. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like-
Shoot it, or just let it run away. One of the two. Both are good.
Scan works pretty well with Cyclones and with
Yeah.
Ghosts. I mean, oh wow, and there is indeed a mine that is still lurking among the workers. Observer's almost there, and yep, they're going to take it out before it fires again.
Yeah. These 2 DTs, he can just scan and kill them both.
Oh.
Doesn't even need to scan. Oh, there you go.
You know,
Well, you
scan for the pure beauty of scanning.
Scan. Yes. Yeah.
Now, once again, though, Mighty Ant is caught on the defensive here. He had a lot of control over the game, but now he's letting Little Reaper do what he wants. You see, Little Reaper even had... I mean, technically they're even for bases, but not quite, because that pocket base only has half the minerals and gas.
Very soon.
He has to make an orbital out of that, too, especially if he's expecting more DTs.
Or mine against it.
He got Magfield Accelerator, which now does a little bit of bonus damage against everything, not just armored, but doesn't do quite as much damage against armored for the bonus.
Zealot's just gonna walk in.
Yeah, that's.
There's a medevac there to heal, so if he just moved his attack units, he could.
Yeah, those Hellions can take care of it too, but that was a bit of damage that he can't afford right now. He didn't really even have that base fully saturated, and I think only one worker on the pocket right now.
Yeah, he needs to be pumping the.
Oh! That Hellion trying to follow the medevac after right-clicking on it. Cyclones are very nice for getting damage done without taking damage themselves.
Yeah, but they're micro-intensive, and at
They
this
are,
level.
and this is a time where he really needs some macro, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say at this level, microing kills your macro.
Yeah.
And they both have a lot of money. And they both.
I have to step away for just a few minutes to let my daughter in as her grandfather drops her off. I will let you try to bring on the insights and the comedy, okay?
Okay, so the Hellions make it in, and they are gonna get a couple probes or nothing. 2 probes, 3. Not what you're hoping for. But Little Reaper is kind of running away. He's got his 4th base up. He's double the workers. Mighty Ant saturation is all over the place. And even though I don't think the game's going to end very quickly, I think this is going to be a slow, methodical death for Mighty Ant is he's got a couple lost units, a couple medevacs, just scouting medevacs maybe. Little Reaper can keep moving forward, and I think these zealots are just to make sure he doesn't take a fourth. I think this is getting the point of the game, though, that Protoss can start throwing the game, trying to get in. Oh, I might have disconnected again. Yes, I did. Attempting to reconnect. I will log out and...
I will be right back. It's okay.
Okay,
Hyper Turtle.
well.
Wait for Hyper Turtle, because he definitely needs to be.
I can just watch from the screen. It's weird because nothing else. My internet's connection is actually good right now.
Yeah, it's your StarCraft probably just acting up.
Yeah, and it says that I'm not authenticated. I've never seen this error before.
Yeah.
Weird.
But yeah, talk about what you've seen so far.
Yeah, so with the game, Little Reaper is getting to do Little Reaper things, which Mighty Ant, he's good at being annoying, he's good at being a pest, but I think pestering Little Reaper at this point isn't going to be good enough. Little Reaper is going to get his ball rolling down the hill, and once that happens, I don't see Little Mighty Ant coming back. He's good at... Mighty Ant plays a lot like Hyper Turtle, where he's got a lot of really good ideas, and he's got some fancy moves, but it's at the expense of some of the basic mechanics. And Little Reaper is actually the opposite, where he's not going to try to do a lot of super fancy moves, but he really has the solid fundamentals, and that's why I think he's going to run away with this game, because his army is just eventually going to be too big to harass down, where Mighty Ant makes his hay harassing enemies down. So it's possible that Mighty Ant turns it around, but I don't suspect. Hey,
okay, I'm back.
I dropped.
Again, huh? All right, well,
Yeah.
I'm back for commentary.
All right,
You
we're
ready?
gonna start as soon as you're ready.
Yep. All right. What did I miss, aside from you lagging out yet again? Probably reboot your computer during the next break.
Yeah, I think I will. It's
all right,
authentic.
I see
it's the
Dark
authenticator.
Templar. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes the server just doesn't like you.
Yep.
But
Yeah, so-
that stuff usually doesn't have anything to do with internet anyway. I was dealing with that for months.
Yeah, ugh.
Yeah. So, we definitely have Little Reaper trying to cut off expansions. That's very smart.
Yeah. And it's gonna get harder and harder. Little Reaper, 83 workers, 4 bases, a 5th free one as soon as he wants it. The production is gonna be there. Mighty Ant's taking a 4th base, but he doesn't have the economy. He doesn't have the workers to saturate that. His workers are kind of screwed up in the main, where he has too many in one spot and not enough in the other. He's got those scouting. You see, they're just shown scouting medevacs. Yeah, so.
My family was trying to solve the riddle of my daughter was talking about how excited she was about popcorn night. And that, we all need to go and her friends will be there, and yeah, it turns out there's a movie night at school that I'd forgotten about.
Well, that's
neither of the movies are ones she likes anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's a medevac keeping guard over there, huh?
Yeah, there's 2 of them. They're they are 100% the
well, I mean, they can heal Hellbats if they transform into that.
Yeah, I don't think he has. I was gonna say, I don't think he has much in the way of mechs. So, bio. So,
But there's always dropping those Hellions. I mean, if he's gonna drop them somewhere, he should drop them somewhere with more workers.
He doesn't know
and
that.
less stalkers.
He didn't scan.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Well, or you could just lose them for nothing.
Well, I gotta say, you know, sniping build-ins with Cyclones is actually one of their better late-game uses.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's a good move.
I'm not.
But he's gonna
Yeah,
lose.
I'm not saying that's a game-winning move. I just enjoyed watching it.
Oh. I mean, he's whittling away, but even
so
with
if he eliminates a good 50 supply without losing anything himself,
it's
might only be slightly behind. Yeah.
I was gonna say he'll still have
his economy is the problem. I mean, you know, he's taken his fourth. Oh man, that pocket base still only has one worker there too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the economic problem is just going to get bigger and bigger. Little Reaper can.
He has a ton of workers in his natural. Oh, there, he looks like he fixed it.
Yeah, Little Reaper can replace units until way past his bedtime.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to run out of resources anytime soon.
No, he could just F2A move. He's building 2 carriers, which is
two Cyclones and a Medevac. I don't usually see that.
Out of dumb curiosity, does Little Reaper have an observer?
Oh, well, let's click the dumb curiosity button. Yes, he has 1.
That's enough to see.
I think he built that for the mines earlier.
Yeah, there's mines now. That's the only thing that's keeping him from F2A moving.
Huh? We have.
Yeah.
I think he took the Cyclones back out again, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
I'm being heckled. I'm being heckled by my family because I was supposed to. Josh's bedtime is 8:30 Central, so.
Just like like 9:30 Eastern, huh?
Yeah. So.
Well.
Have some dad duties after this.
We could, one of these days, maybe we could arrange a good StarCraft versus Minecraft bedtime showdown. May the best craft win.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the beginning of the end. I mean, it's been this
continuation
way for a while.
To the end. Yep. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Sonic Storms and Cyclones.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a lot of destruction going on, and I love that. Ooh, fighting right next to a planetary. Even at disadvantage, maybe not, but if he keeps making more carriers, there's almost nothing his opponent can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he evened up the supply. The army supply evened up, but
yeah. It is interesting. They both have a lot of money piling up. Even Mighty Ant, who does actually. Mighty Ant has gotten some mining going, although, not as optimal as he could.
I like the little split off of the zealots.
Mighty Ant's harassment has been very good. Just while you're harassing your opponent, you got to make sure that you're also building up back home.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Now he's got 4 carriers, soon to be 6, and
I love that. Just filling up the queues on each of the stargates.
He has enough money. Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then each time they pop out, you queue up all the interceptors. That's the carriers are the gift that keeps on taking.
You don't. You don't need to queue up interceptors anymore.
You don't. You can do it on it. It still happens even if it's automatic. All right. It's autocast. All right.
Yeah, I'd like to see F2A move at this point. You don't want to let your opponent stay around, and you have a really battering army.
At a bedtime.
Yeah, but I don't know if the bedtime's as important as you just
as glory.
Yeah, you just keep letting your opponent live when you're maxed out and they're not. You're letting them catch back up.
Right. When you hit 200, you can't get any higher. Your opponent, however, can keep working their way up to that.
Yeah, and he could just go up. He took the long way around, but he could have just gone up the ramp.
Well, he took. I mean, this is a very beautiful map. It doesn't hurt to take the scenic route either there. I mean, look at all that foliage. Very incandescent.
Yes. So. Killed the planetary. And now double the supply. Now almost triple the supply.
Cyclones now have a bit more priority on air units that can either attack them or cast spells on them.
Right.
Meanwhile, carriers are... The interceptors no longer have higher priority than they do.
Right.
Or, actually, I think it's further than that. I think the carrier itself has a little bit higher priority than the interceptors. So, all I'm saying is that it takes less effort to attack the carriers before they kill you.
Yeah, but there's just too many carriers.
Gotta talk about something right now, because I don't see this going any other way.
Yeah. Yeah, just do that.
Yep. Alright, we got the GGWP. And we have ourselves little skills. Alright.
So, myself and I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Alright. Yeah, reboot your computer while you're away too, okay?
Go ahead with the questions, Hyper Turtle.
Here, let me move them in. Alright. We had ourselves a couple of drawn-out games there. First of all, you know, GG to Little Reaper. Those Dark Templar were very scary. Let's see, do we have them in the right group? Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
We can.
Okay, great. Alright, first of all, you know, Sloza, you know Little Reaper pretty well. You were going random, so that meant you didn't really have each plan set ahead of time. What was your strategy? What were you hoping to do? I know you managed to hold him off in the first game, and you managed to do some really amazing harassment the second game.
Yeah, so, yeah, well done, Little Reaper. You played really well. So for PvP, I was hoping after I was able to build a couple observers and kind of stop the DTs that maybe the momentum would go my side, but he kept coming with them. And, like, I didn't have an answer because I was out of position because I thought I was in good shape. So by the time he got to my back middle line, I knew I was way behind the workers, and I only had one chance, was just kind of all in.
Yeah,
but,
you never managed to take a third that one. Game 3,
Yeah.
I noticed you were
Great
having a little bit of trouble saturating your bases too.
Yeah, I kept messing up my hotkeys. I don't know what the deal was, but
I know how that is.
yeah. So no, but it was good harassment. I mean, that's part of it, right? I like playing Terran, and he harassed me enough where it just threw me off, right? And then by the time I looked, I was like, oh, I've got 15 SCVs not doing anything, you know. So yeah, so good job, Little Reaper.
Little Reaper, are you more comfortable defending harassment or inflicting harassment?
Inflicting harassment.
I hear you. I really hear you there. You definitely managed to keep the pressure on in those two games. Second game, were you planning to do a 4-gate or some sort of rush?
I didn't really have a plan. I was like,
Okay.
I'm just gonna do anything.
I noticed your probe moved out as soon as it made the first pylon, so I was curious about that.
It was just a pylon scout because I know he's cheesy.
Yep. Hey.
That's.
I think the two of you managed to really be brutal against each other in all the same ways. So I thought it was a really fun match both times, or all 3 times actually. I got a little bit thrown off because I had to step away for a little of the third game. I guess just one quick thing. Did either of you notice much of the changes? I noticed that the Cyclones and Carriers were involved. Or did it pretty much play the way it always has?
Yeah, it's just it seemed pretty much the same. At least for at least Terran goes. I'm not as familiar with Protoss, so maybe a little can comment on that.
And you weren't bringing the ghost out, so
I didn't really
for
feel
the Ravens.
weird.
Yeah, I don't think either of you really favor spellcasters all that much. Although I did see some nice storms, even on the Cyclones. So there was a lot of nice little interactions there that I don't usually see, and it was really got a thrill. Okay, now I know someone is up past his bedtime, so Mighty Ant, you should probably get going.
Yep.
Well, I have one
Way
question.
past my bedtime.
Oh,
Quick
you do?
question
Okay.
on Mighty
No.
Ant.
Yeah.
Tell us about the cannon rush. Did you expect it to work and work that well, or did you think, oh, it's not gonna work?
You know my strategy when I play. The first game I just got beat up. So I was like, well, let me throw something a little bit different, right? So just to change up the momentum.
Yeah, no, it worked well. But my question was, when he was attacking and he sent the probes so early, like he knew what you were gonna do. Did you say, "Uh-oh, he knows," or what were you thinking during that time?
I still thought I was in decent position, just because there was a little bit of a choke there, and I was like, well, if I can just kind of get a couple more structures up. And if you notice, I didn't build a gateway because I was trying to save all my money because
yeah, continuous
I knew he,
that was,
yeah, I knew he was going to defend it, and if I would have built a gateway or something, I wouldn't have had enough money to keep building.
Yeah,
right,
it was a good cannon rush there because you took advantage of the right spots too, and that's something that people don't know. The cannon rushing, you do need to have some practice. Have you been practicing that at all, or are you just kind of know that from?
I've been cannon rushed a lot when I played PvP, so I was like, well, this looks like a good spot for it, right? So just not really practicing, just kind of.
There's a lot of experience that pays off performing cannon rushes. There's also a lot of experience that just pays off in dealing with them and figuring out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Nice
job, guys.
The lack of gas and the fact that Little Reaper was stuck really with just zealots to deal with the cannons once they were up. That made
he didn't
a
have
big
the gas.
difference.
That's true. Yeah. Well,
having a stalker standing its ground and keeping the probes from moving any further and putting more things down is one of the real tricks that it took me a couple years to learn.
Yep. Well, that was a good one that you just kind of winged that you got the win off of. And Little Reaper, what did you think about that cannon rush? Did you think you would hold it?
Not really.
Oh, you already knew. Okay. That's a notice to whoever plays Little Reaper. He probably needs some cannon rush practice. But nice job, guys. It was very entertaining, both games, as the Hyper Turtle said. Game 1 was
3 games actually.
Yeah, all 3 games were entertaining. So, well, that's what we expected from these two, right? Both of them are super aggressive players. So, nice job, guys, and we'll see you all next time.
Sounds good. Good game, Little Reaper. You played well.
Yep. So I think we've got just one match left. Or, okay. Or,
well,
no, we don't have any left.
We may not get that match because he did not show up and he didn't let us know. So that's going to have to be our first forfeit. I mean, that's just, we've kind of rescheduled that 3 times already, so we can't.
It's been a tricky season schedule-wise,
so
I hear you there.
But we always try to accommodate. But in this case, because it's been a while and we had no word on this at all, so we're just gonna take that forfeit. Unless both
still
of them
a nice
want
crazy
to.
night.
Yeah. Unless both of you want to play it and send me replays. But it's a forfeit. It's a forfeit. If certain time takes.
Yeah.
I need
so we had a couple of 2-1s tonight. And then Dark Menace managed to 2-0 DLS Mazel.
Let's actually go through the results because the other one is not gonna happen tonight either.
Yeah, that Wednesdays have been a bit of a problem day for.
Yeah, maybe next season we'll make an adjustment.
Yeah, might pay a Tuesday.
Yeah, it makes sense that Wednesday, the middle of the week, everyone's busy. What do you think?
Well. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that tend to happen Wednesdays. Actually, I'm surprised that Friday's worked as well as it has, So, what is it they say? It's Friday, I'm in love, or Friday's the night for fighting, or... there's a lot of songs that say what Friday's for, and I'm not going to recite them all.
Alright, well, why don't you recap the games
I will
tonight?
Recap. So,
going through it right now.
Mr. Fusion versus Cyan Kitty. Cyan Kitty managed to surprised them a couple times. One time it paid off, the other time they fell just a little bit short. So Mr. Fusion continuing to rise up. Little Reaper getting 2 drawn-out, harass-heavy games against Mighty Ant. Well, Mighty Ant managed to catch him off guard with a cannon rush in the middle. And Dark Menace managed to hold his, more than hold his own, and I guess get both games with no losses against DLS Mazel, so he continues his rise as well. We're getting very close to the end of the season now.
That's right, very close. Looks like what 5-6 broadcasts if we're lucky.
I don't know. It's hard to tell because a lot of things got postponed.
Yeah. So temporarily, what we have for Friday, I think you can see the screen there. What are your thoughts on that?
Friday, Noka versus those two jokers. I don't think those two jokers would mind if I said that seems like a little bit of a mismatch.
Yep.
Polaris versus Eclipse. Both those are very capable. So I could see that potentially going either way. We got the Archaic taking on Cyan and Deepu.
Yeah.
Deepu and Archaic, I think Deepu would hold a slight advantage. Archaic would probably be favored against Cyan. And Instability versus Dark Menace. Instability has been doing very well, but Dark Menace has been,
it's like his
just plain
season or
dominant.
something, right?
Yeah,
Maybe it's
so
a season to win. We'll
he's
see.
got the momentum. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. So him, Veils, and maybe even Ghost Chant, because Ghost Chant's been well. Actually, did Ghost Chant lose to in Dark Menace? I think he might have. Well, we can look at Liquipedia. The results are there, guys. If you guys ever want to see
yes,
it,
indeed.
the results are in Liquipedia. And so yeah, there's the standings. Of course, this is not updated for Dark Menace and DLS Mizel, but Veils has not lost a map, so he's consensus #1. Right, and then Dark Menace would probably
Dark
be #2.
Menace undefeated so far as well.
Yeah, but
Just
he did
hasn't-
lose a map.
We've...
Yep.
Oh, he did? Okay, that is true. Yeah, we've actually had some people in all the divisions, I think, who haven't lost a game yet. Maybe some maps, but
That's there. Let's look at the code A. Dominating is Cyan, but remember he was a former Code S who dropped down. And here's a trivia for you, Hyper Turtle. He lost one match 0-2 to somebody. Who do you think he lost to?
Who did he lose to? Let's see.
Don't cheat. Look at who's on Code S. Code A. Who do you think he
in
lost
Code
to?
A. I think it was Deepu.
Deepu is 5-1. Noob Lord's 4-3. Grays 3-1, etc., etc.,
Yeah.
etc. But I think he lost to Little Reaper 0-2.
Well, let me check.
Let's go double check
I've
that.
got the schedule up as well.
Yes, yep, he did. I just checked it.
All right, here we go.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we've definitely had some people have their ups and downs and their off nights, and I've got to tell you, I've really learned that how much of a difference a good night's sleep makes.
That's true. And that segues to our sponsor, right? One of the sleep pillow guys. No, I'm just kidding. I wish we had a sponsor for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Sponsors are getting tricky, especially among the online shopping and cryptocurrency markets.
And 2v2, you guys are not doing bad. You guys are still in the playoffs.
Not doing bad, not doing great. So we will see. I think our next match might be one of the last nights. Almost February 15th.
Yeah, this is the season to win it all, I think. So you guys have a great chance. You just gotta get back to your old form from last season. You guys were a lot better
I've been
last
more.
season.
Yeah, we've been actually getting there. We've been doing Zerg Protoss again. I've been getting more into the rhythm of verses and not completely forgetting upgrades.
Yep. So there
we
you
shall
go.
see.
You have plenty of time to get in shape. Well, that'll do it for tonight. What do you think about overall tonight? It seems a lot of fun. It just lasted a lot longer than we thought, right?
And that was with 2 games getting canceled.
Yeah, 2 matches. So we'll see what happens on Friday.
There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. I do not think we reached that quotient yet.
Cool.
So
we're going to end right before 10.
Yes, indeed. And we will be seeing you around.
All right. Well, thanks for casting tonight, you and War Bunnies. And we'll see you all later.
Later.
Alex, I just heard that, I think it's your dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you just mentioned that apparently you like watching my videos. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Instability, Stu Blue, and Neutral Phil. Good luck in the FSL Protoss Power.
Hello, Meadow. Thank you for being my fan. I hope you can keep cheer for me and have a nice day with StarCraft.
for you, Meadow.
Hello, Meta. Keep playing StarCraft 2. Hope you enjoy the game.
Hey, Dark man, keep playing Turk. It's fun and hopefully you'll get some good results. I'm cheering for you.
Well, I'm here. It's freezing. Freezing internally, guys. Well, guys, I'm at Dusseldorf. And it's freezing out here. It's 20-something degrees. I got Ali here helping pick me up. So we're going to the Airbnb. This looks familiar. I've seen the picture of this Crayfield from the players. So this looks familiar. Right? Yeah. Very nice.
Golden highlights. I guess I get